Hi guys, Andy here, CPM for the W.O.T podcast. This is the morning after from last night's podcast that I did with a creator from our community. It was part 2. We did a part 1, so check out a video that was probably over a year old maybe. Time flies by so quickly. But anyway, I had an amazing conversation with a silver stacker, a little bit of gold, but mainly silver stacker, with a guy that I always got on really well with. I had the pleasure to meet in Berlin, the World Money Fair this year, and we got on really well. We've always got on really well. It is none other than the street talking, extremely passionate about what he does with his silver collecting, and that can only be coin noob, commonly known as Griff. So sit back, enjoy this one. I'm sure you will. Fascinating conversation. Loved it. Take good care. See you soon. Bye. There we go, mate. This is long awaited. We did a part 1 where we shared your journey on the channel, and it was fascinating. I loved it and I really enjoyed it. And today we're going to do a part 2, and we're going to actually look at, because we never got enough time to actually look at your stack and listen to you and how you got into your journey through your silver collecting and bits and pieces. So I thought we'd do this, and you kindly said yes. So welcome to part 2, Mr. Coin Noob, known as Griff.
Part 2. That's because I got a gob and we just didn't stop talking, did we? So to the time, it goes so fast when you do stuff like this. It really does. If you're enjoying yourself and you've got a good host that can enable things to move on, it's seamless, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's good fun.
Absolutely, dude.
But
absolutely.
We didn't. I don't think we spoke about silver hardly at all, did we?
No, we didn't. We didn't get that opportunity, and probably most people that follow in a community will know what you do. But I'm really curious to know, where did you start with collecting? Where did you start, mate? And what kicked that off? What was the interest?
I started with just obviously normal 50p's and £2 coins and stuff.
Yep.
I didn't really know anything about even normal coins, UK coins. I knew about the Kew Gardens because the whole world knows about the Kew Gardens, and I found a Peter Rabbit 50p in my change. I just noticed it, and I thought, oh, my daughter would love that. My daughter Ruby, she was like 7 at the time, 7 or 8. I thought she'll love that. And then I went home, and because I didn't know anything about it, I went home and Googled it and found out it was a set of 6 that year for the 2016 Beatrix Potters. So I thought, well, I might as well get her the set and then put them in the proper Royal Mint album. And then another set came out the year after, and another set after that, and then Winnie the Pooh and all these different things came out. And I thought, well, I've just got to carry on now. I got the bug then. Do you know what I mean? Because back then it was a lot. There was a lot less of these NIFCs coming out that seem to be getting churned out by the 100 now.
Yeah.
It was more about finding all the coins in your change for all the 29 Olympic coins, it took me 4 years to find them all. Do you know what I mean? And then I've carried on picking up all the NIFCs that came out, which is a shame that more don't go into circulation. But obviously that's not necessarily the Royal Mint's fault. It's whether there's any demand and whether the Treasury says, yep, you can release those ones type thing, or cash centre say we need more coins or whatever. So, but they've become a lot more commercial and a bit greedy, the Royal Mint, and they're obviously struggling because they've got rid of 80 staff recently, haven't they? And
apparently,
it's upset a lot of people that they're releasing so many NIFC coins and not more in circulation for people to find. But anyway, I digress. I found every single commemorative coin since decimalisation right up to the current day. But of course, I'd had that bug for 4 years of collecting, so I didn't know anything about bullion or collectibles or anything like that. So I realised that there were silver versions of some of our coins. Probably one of the first sets I got was the Claimant Bill of Rights, and I like I like chunky things. So these are the Piaford silvers. So these are double thickness. Piaford is just a French word for double thick, basically.
Before you move on to that, I'm just going to look at terminology, because some people say, I don't quite understand terminology, and we cut short things. Now you've mentioned, was it NIFC?
Not intended for circulation.
Okay, cool. Just in
So
case anybody doesn't
yeah,
know
that's
that.
fine. There's obviously lots of coins in circulation. A lot of commemorative designs come out, but just lately they're all NIFC, which so they're not intended for circulation. They're a higher strike quality as well, so
Yeah,
they're brilliant uncirculated or bunks, as they'll get called. So they're struck twice, and a bit more pressure and a bit slower, and they get a much crisper detail on them. So all the NIFCs, or not intended ones, are all brilliant uncirculated quality, not circulated quality. So,
and that
but yeah,
that
I went
that
on to
started
sell
with a
from
Peter
there.
Rabbit.
Yeah, which all the way back from that was just in my change.
Okay.
So it was only like 2019 when all these NIFCs started to come out with the snowmen's and the Winnie the Poohs and all that kind of stuff. And so all the coins I've got after that date, I've got really nice ones from circulation to fill my albums. And then from then on, it's all been carded NIFCs. I don't buy from the Royal Mint
Ah, right.
because
Okay.
I'm a coin collector, not a packaging collector. So I just buy coins, blue carded coins from Westminster, who they get all their coins brilliant uncirculated still, and just put them on little simple blue cards, and you can collect them in an album, nice and easy. So
Okay.
I'm not fussed about all that packaging, and it's half the price. So it was just a great way of being able to collect every single coin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what instigated, obviously from the Peter Rabbit, and get thinking, oh, I can get that from my daughter and whatever. What was the real driver? Because that's one hell of a collection you've put together.
Yeah.
What was the real driver for you as a personality? Was it like, oh, I've got to collect them all. I don't care what I do. I've just got to collect them all. What was it?
It was literally from a coin point of view, just that 50. I just wanted it for my daughter. So initially, it was just driven that I wanted a full set of Peter Rabbits for her, and then the thing is with a lot of people, if you've got an addictive personality, if you're collecting things, whatever it is, Lego, whatever it is, DVD, it doesn't matter. Then you've got it, and you'll carry on going. It became a bit of a challenge to try and find all the different coins in circulation because some of them are, obviously very low minted and difficult to find. The alphabet 10p's are impossible to find. Some of the 2019 alphabet 10p's have a mintage of like 63,000, and a normal year will have 450 million. So to get only that amount, a lot of people have never even seen an alphabet 10p in their chain. So to have both full sets of those, 2018 and 2019, it's just you have to complete it. It's like Pokemon. You've got to get them all, in. You've got to catch them all. So I just caught the bug of collecting. I really did. And it was so exciting to find the next coin. You might have waited months to find it because some of them obviously are a lot harder to find than others. But
Okay.
sometimes a more common one will be hard to find, especially if you're only relying on getting coins from your change. But then luckily, when I got into being assistant manager at Tesco, I was able to, weed my way through all the coins that I was putting in the tills and stuff and doing the banking at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I was able to complete my collection a lot quicker from then on
Sure.
and take out and any ones that were not brilliant quality. I was able to, if I found a better one, then I would change that in my album for the better one because I wanted a nice collection or better conditioned coins as I could find
Yeah.
from circulation. But since I got all of those and moved on to the not intended for circulation ones, they were all brand new, brilliant uncirculated versions anyway. So they just look nice in the album. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Forgive me for asking such dumb questions, dude,
They're
because
not dumb, mate. There's no such thing as a dumb question.
I
Every day's a
really
school day.
don't understand a lot about the what's circulated, what's uncirculated, and I'm sort of very slowly between you and the stat collector trying to get my head around the terminology and everything. So obviously you got the Peter Rabbit,
Yeah,
and then that kicked off a collection run, which
yeah.
was in the uncirculated ones.
Circulated. They're
Oh,
they're
sorry,
all circulated. Yeah,
circulated.
yeah. They're all circulated. All those
Okay,
ones.
and so did you concentrate on getting those circulated versions first?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay,
I had no intention of getting all of the NIFC brilliant uncirculated ones. My whole collection started with all the coins you could literally find in your change.
Okay.
which includes that Kew Gardens,
Okay.
which is like the holy grail of
Yeah.
all coins. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
they're still sitting at £150 now. It's the lowest minted commemorative 50p. There's a low minted salmon from 2023,
Yeah.
but the salmon is the definitive design. You know, like
Mhm.
your Britannia on the 50p and the Shield 50p. They're definitive designs, so
Okay.
they come out every year or nearly every year. But I only collect commemorative coins, so every coin with a picture on it, basically.
Right.
Because
Okay.
some people do date runs where they have all pages and pages of shields with just a different date on. I couldn't think of anything more boring personally, even though I'm a coin collector.
Yeah.
I just wanted one of each commemorative coin, which is what I've done. And that
Okay.
took a long, long time. Do you know what I mean?
How many were there, dude?
Off the top of my head, there's probably about 80, I think, in circulation, 80 different designs, and then
Wow.
another probably another 80 probably in NIFC. There's a lot now, an awful
Okay.
lot. So and they're churning them out at such a rate. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
getting a bit unsustainable, and a lot of people have packed it in because they're just releasing too many.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I moved into silver now anyway, so it doesn't
Sure.
really affect me anymore. I just pick up the latest ones that come out
Yeah.
and add them to the folder type thing. But there's some beautiful coins in there. But I've moved into silver so much so that I'm gonna let my full coin collection go
Yes, I
and
understand. Yeah.
put it into silver. Yeah, I'm gonna do a YouTube video and just video everything I've got. Put a one-off price and with a big discount off, and then see if it goes in one. If not, then I will break it all up and do a whatnot. That'll be exciting.
Oh, very interesting.
Mm.
Oh, that's another conversation. Sorry. Me and my
Well,
whatnot.
I know what you're going to say. I'm not a huge fan myself. Do you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
goes too quick.
Yeah.
It's good fun for the people that like it fast paced and blah blah blah. But they need
Sure.
to iron out some issues. The bidding is terrible. You bid when it's £10, and you look up on the screen and you bid £50. They need to sort it out. It jumps from a low amount when people put a pre bid in, and it suddenly jumps up to
Yeah.
36, and then you press it thinking it's going to be 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too fast for me. It's too. I'm too old, mate.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm not a fan of it, and obviously with the charges on top, I think they take 7%, don't they, or something like that. So it makes things that little bit more expensive. I mean, I can't lie, I have picked up some little bargains. I got this beautiful Australian Outback set with silver-coloured kookaburra, kangaroo, and koala on for about 62 quid from Oliver's auction, and he bought it at the show in Birmingham for like 80 quid. So he lost out big time on that one. But
I
it's
watched
it's
I watched the video and I think, oh, lucky kid.
So you can hover around and pick up sometimes for whatever reason people don't bid and you can grab stuff. But I've been caught
Yeah.
out more than I've made a bargain. Do you know what I mean? I've been caught out
Yeah.
by bidding when it's 12 quid and it's suddenly 38 on the screen. Do you know what I mean? And the gaps in between, it jumps up £4 each time. I know there's a button where you can modify it to like £2, but
Yeah.
I don't think you should be set to £4. I think when you're talking about 30 quid, it should only be set to £1 so people can go up in £1 increments rather
Yeah.
than big £4 jumps. And yeah, this pre-bidding stuff, they start the bid at £1 and suddenly it's at 34 because someone's put a pre-bid in. I just don't like it. It's not my thing. I
Yeah.
get it. It's great. And for certain people, it's marvelous. You know what I mean? But I've heard more people moan about it now than I've heard anything positive about it. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's just not my cup of tea. I prefer the nice, slow, friendly pace of Cobra's auction. To be fair,
Oh,
on
100%.
YouTube, you know what I mean. You can have a laugh with Cobra and talk to people, and you've got plenty of time to do your research and a quick check on eBay for things and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Rather than these quick 10-second, 15-second bleeding things.
100%. Right, dude.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to take you back.
Hmm.
Going to take you back. So I'll just get my head around those circulated coins. So the circulated 50p's really
Yeah.
got you going. Really got you
Yeah.
going into this. This was the
Yeah.
first. You didn't do anything else. It was circulated 50p's, and that we're talking about roughly 80 of them, and you continually to get them, and then you managed to collect them all
Yeah.
over a period of time. You didn't do anything else, and then you obviously found out about uncirculated.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, because
Okay, what's the
they were
difference?
released. They were releasing coins,
Yeah.
but they didn't need any in circulation. But the Royal Mint still is always designing, is always producing, always
Okay.
releasing.
Okay.
They may well go into circulation if the Treasury at that point says right, or the cash centre say right, we need more coins, or the Treasury says we
Okay.
need more coins. But so that they could well have come out, these NIFCs, but they just haven't, because there just hasn't been the demand. The use of cash has been dwindling down, as we all know, especially through COVID and stuff like that. So it may end up in the future that cash is got rid of altogether, but that's another story.
Yeah.
But the Royal Mint are still going, they're still producing designs and coins all the time, but most of them now just end up as not intended for circulation. So they're just released for collectors, basically.
Okay. And
Which
as a rule, you would not find them in your pocket change.
you never, but they do
Okay.
pop up now and again when you've got a lovely collection and your kid goes in your room one day and thinks, oh, 50p, I'll go and buy some sweets, steals
Right.
it, takes it out of the
Okay.
packet and spends it. So you
Okay.
can spend them all. They shouldn't be in circulation if they're not intended for circulation, and they're obviously a higher quality. They're minted to a higher quality than a circulating coin. But yeah, they do pop up now and again. When you watch the coin hunters like Christopher Collect and Grossy and all that lot, people on YouTube that hunt through bags from the bank of like £500 coin, worth of coins in a bag. They do find them. They pop up now, not very often, but it's just when somebody's accidentally spent it, or maybe they've been that desperate that they've needed a £2 coin from their bunk collection, which they shouldn't have spent. So they do turn up, but if you want them, you've got to buy them. You either buy them new from the mint in all their fancy packaging, or you buy them from Change Checker Westminster on the blue cards, or you buy them from the second-hand market.
Okay.
But yeah, they're not in circulation. You won't find them at all.
I knew this would be educational for me. I've been dying to ask, I'll have the time to be able to have someone explain all of this because
Yeah.
it goes over my head a little bit.
I'll
But
give you
that's,
a quick flash. So
yeah, go for
these
it. Go on.
all these coins here,
Always like a
this is
quick flash.
these are all these are all this first page. They're all restrikes actually of designs that have already been out. But as we go through, you'll see Wallace and Gromit, Winnie the Pooh. There's Star Wars. There's dinosaurs. There's just loads and loads that come out, and a lot of them commemorate special people who've like invented television and things like that, and invented this, that, and the other. There's ones for Manchester Games. There's the Pride one, but that Pride one came out in circulation. But then the
Okay.
next one, Alan Turing didn't. So it just depends on what gets released and what doesn't. If they need coins at the time, there's the new one for the NHS, the one for the Windrush generations. Obviously, the Memorial one came out. Do you know what I mean? But then the next one, the Snowman, didn't. The Snowman doesn't normally get released into circulation, but the Snowman coins are very popular. But here's
Okay.
all the Star Wars ones. They did all the TIE Fighter and everything. There's so many, as you can see.
Wow.
There's the Death Star. There's the Millennium Falcon. Do you know what I mean? There's another star. There's lots and lots, and all of these coins, could have been into circulation, but they weren't. This is a really nice one. This is for Alexander Graham Bell, the invention of the telephone. We've
Okay.
got Dame Vera Lynn. We've got the FA Cup. These are all £2 coins. Tolkien is a beautiful, very popular coin, the Tolkien.
Yeah.
There's just beautiful coins, and I just keep them all in these albums. So
Okay.
it's a shame they don't go into circulation, but they could. If they just happen to coincide, a design gets released and they say, oh, we need some new £2 coins, then they'd go into circulation and not be those high quality bunk, not intended for circulation ones.
All right. Okay. So, sorry, forgive me for being such an idiot.
You're not an idiot.
So, no, I am. So, we've got all these coins that you can collect in your pocket change. Then the Royal Mint decided to do a not for general circulation type or not for circulation type. But you mentioned restrikes. So, are those
Yeah.
restrike versions of coins that
Yes.
are in circulation?
Yes.
Right.
So
Okay.
they to celebrate 50 years of the 50p,
Okay.
they restruck 10 old designs.
Okay.
which are these ones. So they did 5 military ones, so like the Battle of Britain and Battle of Hastings and all that kind of stuff. And then they did 5 sort of lifestyle ones. So the Scouts, a restrike of the original Britannia, Roger Bannister and Girl Guidon, and they'd done a restrike of the Kew Gardens, which is on the next page. So that restrike of the original Kew Gardens was 2009. These restrikes are all 2019, I believe, from memory. 2019, yes. So even the restrike queue is 70, £80. It's
Wow.
crazy, absolutely crazy. But so all these designs are in circulation already, but these are brand new 2019 restrikes of them. But they were never released into circulation. They're only for collectors.
Okay.
So it's a shame. It really is a shame. But
Okay. So, oh God, and sorry, so obviously with I'm trying to get my terminology right here,
you're fine.
with the restrikes and the not for circulation coins that you've just been talking about, they obviously you're paying a premium for those more than the
The
face value for
Oh
if you
yeah,
buy them for the
definitely.
Royal Mint.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
From the Royal Mint, a 50p, any 50p that's NIFC and their little fancy packaging is between sort of £10 and £12. And from Westminster on those simple blue cards that you saw, they're like £4.99, £5. So they're half the price if you don't bother with the packaging that comes with them. It's exactly the
Jesus.
same coin from the Royal Mint, brilliant uncirculated quality. That strike level. But I just rather have one of each coin rather than having to go through all those bunk packs that they do, which are just
Wow.
pain in the bum, basically.
Wow, 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 wow. Okay, that's brilliant. Now I understand the difference between the two. And I cannot believe there must be loads then, dude. They must be constantly bringing loads out.
They are constant. I mean, I was up to date 2 weeks ago. Now there's 2 more coins come out. Do you know what I mean? We've got I can't remember now. Mary Poppins 50p came out, and then another Harry Potter one came out. So there's a large series of Harry Potter coins, which has obviously been very popular.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's always coins coming out, just not into circulation,
Yeah.
just for collectors only, sadly. But
A really stupid.
which is what has upset a lot of collectors, because the whole point is that you find all these coins in your change
Yeah.
and build up your collection, but there's nothing getting released into circulation. So there hasn't been a £2 coin released into circulation since 2016. So
Wow.
yeah, there's just not been any. The last commemorative £2 coin was the Great Fire of London, which is a beautiful coin. But that was the last commemorative £2 coin to be released. They changed the definitive design of the Technologies £2 coin, the one you see every day with the
Yeah.
cogs and wheels on, and they changed that to the Britannia design in 2015, but only released 650,000 of them, which isn't a lot. And then again in 2016 they released some more, but that's it. They haven't released any £2 coins since then.
That's interesting because
So yeah, but
what did I
lots of NIFC £2 coins, a lot, but
because
none into circulation.
I was handed one because I always look at them,
Mm,
obviously because of you guys, what you're doing. And I have a tendency now to look at all my change. I don't know what I'm
yeah,
looking at half the time, but I actually was given a £2 coin the other day, and I thought, well, that doesn't look like the normal thing, and it was a rugby ball.
yeah, that's the first ever commemorative £2 coin that came out.
Okay.
I have the silver version of it here. This is a Pieford silver coin, and obviously, so that means twice as thick as a normal pound coin. It's sterling silver, and it's the only coin they've ever done with a hologram. Can you see that
Right.
rugby ball with a
I
hologram
I
design on
can,
there?
yeah, I can see. Oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
So that's a really stunning £2 coin. That is Pieford silver,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that was the first ever commemorative £2 coin that came out in 1999. So that's
Right.
what you've got. I mean, the normal coin of that is just face value, sadly,
Yeah,
I'm
of course,
afraid.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But just
These
it was
ones,
just unusual for me
because of
to
that, yeah, because of that hologram, this one's worth about £110.
bloody hell.
Yeah,
That's mad. So I've got
yeah.
one final question to ask you,
Mm.
and that's all of. I mean, obviously the coins in circulation aren't silver at all, are they? I presume.
Not in circulation. No, we haven't had any silver in circulation since about 1945, 46.
Okay.
And even then, that was only 50% silver. 925 silver in the UK finished in 1919. So in
Okay.
1920 onwards, it went down to 50%, and then that finished in 1946, I believe. So since 1946, we've had no silver in any of our circulating coins.
So the uncirculated ones you was talking about,
Yeah.
are they silver at all? Is there any
You
silver in
can
them?
buy silver in all of the coins, whether they're circulated or not. You can buy proof versions of every coin,
Okay.
gold versions of every coin.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you want. Annual sets. There's all sorts you can buy made out of all the metals. So yeah, I can buy these coins in gold in solid gold.
Right.
So this set will be in gold. They're all in gold if you want to buy them in gold. But obviously, they're very expensive.
Yeah, sure.
A gold 50p is about £900. It's crazy, and they're only 8 grams.
Okay.
So they're very expensive to buy. But you can buy them. You can buy gold 50p's, whatever you like.
Wow. So let's get back to you. So you obviously done the circulated, collected them all. Then you found out about the uncirculated, and then you applied the same thing. Obviously, you
Yeah,
didn't get those in your change. So how did you go about collecting those? Well,
those you do have to buy,
okay.
either, like I said, from the Royal Mint or from
Okay.
other resellers that repackage them into cheaper packaging,
Sure.
which is what I done. So all of those in that album you saw are all. I bought them all. You'll never find them in your change. They're not designed
No.
to be in your change. So
Yeah.
you do have to buy all of those. So it obviously makes the hobby a bit more expensive then when you've got a lot of people don't bother buying NIFCs. They just want all the ones out that you can get in your change.
Yeah.
And that's the end of their collection once they've reached it all. But I wanted to carry on. I wanted all the latest coins,
Yeah.
So I and obviously a lot of other people collect all the NIFC ones as well. So
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
And that transferred into, you mentioned some 10p's, was it?
Yeah, there's a set of alphabet 10p's. They all things to do with England. So like E was English breakfast, I for ice cream, P for postbox, V for villages. They've all got a theme on to do with the UK, and they released them in 2018, and they were extremely popular, really, really popular. But they only released them in very limited numbers. The 2018 versions, there was about 220,000 of each design, which is a very low amount in itself.
Sure.
But then the following year, they released the same ones again, but this time cut the miniatures right down to like 64,000 for some of them, up to 85,000. So, which, like I said, a normal year of 10p's, they'd release 450 million. So to only have 63,000
Jesus.
of each one, yeah. So I can promise you, so many collectors have never found a 10p in their change, an alphabet 10p. They just never have. They were just they were released through the post offices, and our assumption is that all the postmasters squirreled them all away, and they're now worth a fortune for a full set. 26 letters, obviously, only £2.60. You're looking at £170, £180 now for a full set of 2019s.
Wow.
So yeah, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But
Oh my God! Have you got an example? Because I've never seen.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about.
Let me grab one. You might have to fill for a second.
No, that's fine. There's no filling. Do. Oh, this is I've so looked forward to this, dude. I really have, because I knew it would be a real fascinating educational story for me. So cool. So cool. I can't wait till we look at that other silver.
I'm coming.
I'm loving this, dude. This is just one hell of an education. I hope a lot of people find this a benefit, but I don't care, because I am.
So this is the official Royal Mint book, what you used to get from the Royal Mint to collect them all.
Okay.
So it's the A to Z 10p Great British Coin Hunt.
Yeah.
And then you open them all up, and it's all A for Angel of the North, B for James Bond, C for cricket, D for double decker. My favourite is E for English breakfast, with like the egg, bacon, beans, and all that kind of stuff on.
No way.
Yeah, you've got F for fish and chips, G for Greenwich Mean Time, all sorts. M for Macintosh, Jubilee, Houses of Parliament, ice cream, and then you've got NHS, Q for queuing, O for oak, S for Stonehenge, R for Robin, which is a popular one. Some of these coins are £30 each.
No.
Yeah, honestly, that's crazy. Yeoman Warder, that's a popular one. W for World Wide Web. V for Villages, another brilliant one. T for a cup of teala. And then U for Union Flag, of course, because, of course, it's not a Union Jack, it's a Union Flag.
Yeah.
And it's a Union Jack when it's on board a ship. But that is the full set. And to buy this very set in this album is about 175, 180 quid for £2.60's worth of coins. But
Jesus.
have you ever seen any of these?
No,
No.
not at all. All I've done is heard people. Obviously, Bo's got a collection, and
he's got a very good collection of those. Yeah, he's got the silver ones as well.
He's spoken about them, but I've never seen it. Never, ever seen it.
A lot of people haven't.
No,
they're just such low mintage. They just got swallowed up really, really quickly. I worked at as an assistant manager at Tesco for 4 years, and I never found one. Doing all the tills, all the banking, all the filling up of the machines, never found one.
Gee, man.
With that level of access to coins, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was, they're really hard to find, which is obviously why they're the value that they are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You must remember the old £2 coins. So these are the single metal £2 coins that we had before we went to the bimetallic ones that you know today.
Okay.
So they were just a plain sort of Cupro brass type thing. They had a lovely one for the football, which is actually like a convex design or concave, which I always get them mixed up, convex and concave. It dips in, so whatever that one is.
Yeah.
You've got the Peace Dove, the Tercentenary of the Bank of England, the Commonwealth Games, the Claim and Bill of Rights. You can see how low the mintage is on this one. It's only got I can't read it through my glass, through my thing, but the bill is a much higher mintage, and this one's really, so this one is worth quite a bit of money as well. And these are all in brilliant uncirculated condition as well. So these are our 7 old style £2 coins, which again, a lot of people will never have seen.
No.
Because obviously we don't have them in our change anymore. But before we had the technologies in 1997 with the cogs on it, these were the £2 coins we had in circulation. So another set of coins that a lot of people haven't seen. I've got the full set of old £1 coins as well.
Oh, wow.
I've got everything. If you say you've got every coin, I've literally got every coin. It's crazy.
That's amazing. So, sorry, I'm trying to keep track of the program, the journey.
Sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. And I'm loving your passion coming across. It's absolutely brilliant. So the 10p's, getting back to your 10p's, did you have to buy them separately, or could you buy that as a pack as a whole?
Yeah, the 2018s came out. Very, very hard to find, as I said. Never found one in my change. But obviously, dealing with all of that change, I did find a lot of duplicates of the Olympic 50p's, which are very popular. The offside rule is worth 15 quid, 15 to 20 pounds, just for the offside rule. A lot of the coins are worth good money. And so what I was doing, because I only ever wanted one of each design, so all of my spares, I was then trading on Facebook groups and things like that, and these coin groups for alphabet 10p's. So I swapped an awful lot of alphabet Olympic 50p's and all the other sort of lower minted 50p's for my first set of alphabet 10p. It took a long time. Doing bids and buys and swapping and all this kind of stuff. It's like trading cards sometimes. You might have 2-letter P's and somebody's got an O that you want and they haven't got a P. So there was a lot of swapping, and it was literally like trading cards. It really was. So that took a long time to get that first set. And because I knew it was going to be so difficult when they released them again, I bought this 2019 set direct from the mint. It cost £39. They're not brilliant uncirculated quality. They're circulating quality, but they're uncirculated. So in other words, they've been minted at a circulating level, but they've never been in circulation. So they're all brand new, as if you'd find them in your change, but have never been touched or scratched or whatever. But they weren't minted to a brilliant uncirculated level, which means they're pressed twice rather than just do normal once.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they mint like 800 coins a minute. at the Royal Mint for normal circulating coins, but for the brilliant uncirculated, they can only do about 300 per minute. So because they have to stamp them twice, and it's slower and more powerful, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
So that's the difference basically. So they're normal circulating quality, but they're uncirculated because they've never been in anyone's change. But that was 39 quid. That was a lot of money to pay for £2.60 worth of coins.
Yeah.
But now they're worth 180 quid. So
Yeah.
I'm not that upset, really.
Definitely not. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you're hooked at this point, getting all these bits and pieces. So you mentioned the Piedfort. How do you say it?
Everyone says it differently. It's Piedfort. Some people say Piedford, some people say Piedfort, or it's just Piedford. I call them Piedfords, which is just a French fancy word for saying double thickness.
Okay.
So, as I said, the normal £2 coins will come out, and you can see how thick that is compared to a normal coin. They're basically twice as thick. So, whereas a £2 coin will weigh 12 grams, this is 24. But except this is 24 grams of sterling silver. So they're just nice when they're chunkier. Do you know what I mean? And so all of the coins came out. I've got Piedford 5p's, 10p's, pound coins, £2 coins, all double. The Piedford £1 coins just look like they're really solid and chunky. They're just really nice. And because I didn't know about bullion or collectibles or Britannia. I never knew the word Britannia existed, or maple or eagle or anything. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So I was quite happy collecting the silver versions of the coins in circulation. So yeah.
So you went circulated, uncirculated, all the different things going on there.
Yeah.
And then that introduced you into these Piedfort ones?
Yeah, Piedfort ones, yeah. So I was halfway through collecting all of those. And then I was on YouTube one day looking for one of these coins, and up came Backyard Bullion. So that was the first time I'd ever even seen a 1 ounce, silver coin. I'd never seen one before. And it just happened to be that one that's on my coin mat. The Gothic Crown, as we all know, is my favorite coin in the world. In fact, it's there on the back of my singlet. So I saw that, and I just absolutely fell in love.
Yeah.
I mean, what is not to love about that? I mean, it's just stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I was hooked. I already loved silver because of my £2 silver coins.
Yeah.
And I thought, I need to have one. So off I went and bought it. And when you've got one, why not have two? I've got the 2 ounce version of this, the 5 ounce. It's just, why not get them all? Do you know what I mean? And then it just starts off on a whole. Find out there's all sorts of. I know it's a black hole for sure. It really is. And you listen to all these YouTubers saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't buy this, and you should only stick to gold," and blah 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 blah. Everybody's story is different. What people's goals are different. Some people like to buy and flip and sell. Some people just stack for weight. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's story is different. It's got to fit with what you want to do, what you like, what you're interested in. Do you know what I mean? You got to do your own thing, haven't you? Do your own research. And it's an amazing journey. Everyone's journey is different, isn't it? We have some, as you've done a video yourself, we all have some similar starts where we buy from the Royal Mint, because obviously when I started, I was buying from the Royal Mint. I didn't know where you could buy silver from. And then obviously you realise there's second-hand dealers and bullion dealers and Chards and Atkinsons and places like that. And away you go. Do you know what I mean? And initially I was I did buy that coin first, but I then did start bulking up all these boxes and boxes of Britannias and Maples and Eagles and Pandas and all that kind of stuff. Because obviously most people say, "Oh, you got to build up your stack, your weight stack. Don't worry about collectibles. Weight stack. Do you know what I mean?" But I just kept getting drawn more and more to collectibles rather than bullion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
a lot of bullion. Don't get me wrong,
but that kind of makes sense now, dude, because of what your story so far. Because you're collecting. You're collecting. So that's brilliant. Now I get it. Now I understand. So you happen to be on YouTube looking around. You see this beautiful Gothic crown.
I know, bloody bullion.
Yeah, bullion. Now, did you know? It's not a stupid question, but did you know that there was 999 silver out there?
I knew nothing. All I knew was 925 sterling silver.
Sure.
That's all I knew. It wasn't until I got my first Britannia from the Royal Mint, cost me about 35 quid, Rob Dog ingots. And I read the thing and it said 999 silver, and I realized that was the standard. And yeah, I thought, oh, well, this is pure silver. Do you know what I mean? It's basically pure silver. I was happy with the sterling silver. Do you know what I mean? There's some beautiful stuff that I picked up because it wasn't just coins. I was picking up. This is a beautiful Battle of Britain medal that came out. Stunning design, and I bought this, and it's signed by the designer. I think her name's Mary Milner Dickens. She signed the COA. This is sterling silver, about 55 grams. I was picking up all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff like this. I've got all sorts with, from 1964 or whatever it was when King Charles his investiture type thing. Great big chunky thick piece with a big Welsh dragon on it. It's beautiful. So I was just happy going around picking up Royal Mint, silver stuff that had come out.
Yeah.
I had no idea about any of this other stuff, especially definitely not about stackers or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, we're not going to go there yet because
no, you're all right.
Because that's my I bloody love those. Well, I love it all, really, to be fair. So you got introduced into bullion silver after seeing a Gothic crown. But so what was your journey from there? What was it that got you? Was it design? Was it the fact that there's pure silver out there? I want to just go through.
Yeah.
How did it develop for you?
Well, from backyard bullion and from that damn bloody coin.
Yeah.
But then I did my research and realised that was it's a proof coin, obviously, and obviously there's a lot of premium on proof silver. You've got to be really careful what you buy when it comes to premium silver. So I've done my homework, done my research, and realised that what you should be collecting is bullion silver, not proof silver. So then I thought, well, what's bullion silver, and Googled that, and obviously the first thing that comes up is Britannia's Royal Mint. And you realise that's the basic, country's coin, and the America has the eagle, and Canada has the maple, and all that kind of stuff. So I just started buying tubes of Britannias, and I thought, okay, I've shown a video of those, but everybody's seen a Britannia, and I quite started to see all these different designs, and the Perth Mint coins came into my vision. And I thought, well, these are much better looking coins than the Royal Mint coins, and started buying the Australian coins. And it just went from there. And then the more I went into it, the more I went into the collectible side of it. Not crazy collectible, not like the kind of stuff that you've bought where it's, £300 or £400 for a proof special thing. But I can't be doing with all that. Do you know what I mean? I've got a budget that I stick to, that I won't go over on 1 ounce and 2 ounce and stuff like that. But there's so many nice, they're called bullion, but there's a lot of them are very proof-like. You know what I mean? I find a lot of the Perth Mint stuff incredibly good and detailed for bullion silver. Do you know what I mean? As you well know, you love your swans and different coins, don't you? Do you know what I mean? They're bloody lovely. I absolutely love the Perth Mint coins. They're my favourite mint by far. And they put the Royal Mint to shame. They are beautiful. And I do have, I've got a lot of kookaburras. Not as, I don't think I've got as many as you, but I collect the wedge-tailed eagles, kookaburras, kangaroos, koalas, and then the other animals we've just got like one of each. So a crocodile and a spider, and the spider's there actually. So I've got a lot of Perth Mint stuff and Royal Australian Mint. They do some cracking coins as well. Got quite a few from them. I like things that are a little bit different. There's, all these, you get these silver bottle tops, Pepsi ones, Mountain Dew, Fanta. I've got all of them. Got Coca-Cola ones. So they're literally a silver bottle top, with a coinage denomination on them. Have you seen those? You must have seen those.
Yes, I have. Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Just in case somebody hasn't, I'll just quickly whip this one out. So you can get every single sort of drink you can think of. I've got Bavarian beer bottle tops that are made of silver and all sorts of stuff. But they normally come in a little presentation tin like this, with a COA, and then it's literally a red Coca-Cola bottle top, and then when you spin it over, it's a silver coin on the inside. Yeah. So it has a denomination and all that kind of stuff. I've got loads of those. I just think they're really cool. Just things that are different. Do you know what I mean? And then, oh my God, have you seen my panda? Oh, I love my little panda. So you get these 3D coins that come out with like a 3D panda coming out.
Yep.
Isn't he a little cutie? So things are a little bit different. Obviously, my Rubik's Cube coin is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite pieces that comes from the Perth Mint. Yeah, just stuff that's different that I like. If it resonates with me, do you know what I mean? You can, you pay a little bit extra for things like that, obviously, but I'm happy to pay it because, from looking at the resale, the reselling sites, I know what they go for, know what I've paid, so I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? It's
100%.
yeah, it's whatever you like. You know what I mean? I grew up playing with Rubik's Cube, so when I saw that coin at the Perth Mint, yeah, it was a bit expensive, but
Yeah.
the day after they sold out, they were double the price on eBay. So
Yeah.
you can't lose. You know what I mean?
No, you
And then
can't.
sometimes, Andy, you get gifted beautiful coins as well. This is a
Yeah.
rather lovely.
What complete idiot gave you that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said about these Royal Mint ones, this is a beautiful 5 ounce sapphire jubilee with a little real blue sapphire set into it with gold gilding. I was more than happy getting the Royal Mint stuff. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like I said, there's such a variation on silver, and I've just tried to get a little snapshot of, everything, things that I collect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is just a very
Oh, I
small
can
lit
imagine.
screen type
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean?
I can
There's
imagine.
many
Right,
shelves of
dude,
different
I've
things.
I've I've got we've rattled through your collection a little bit too quick, really. It's so cool because you're so frigging passionate. I love it. Absolutely love it. Right, I'm going to take you back. You bought
You're
Britannia's,
not
you
going
said?
back to the 10p's again, are you?
No, dude, no. We've moved on from there. We're on bullion
Okay.
silver. Yeah, you hit the Britannias,
Hmm.
and you said you bought some tubes of them.
Yeah.
So
And
so what was your why like up to now you've been buying one of each? What was
yeah,
the
I,
thing
I
about
bought
getting
I bought the
loads of the
Scottish
same?
Crown. Well, because that's what when I the people I was watching back then a couple of years ago, there wasn't as many channels as there are now.
Yeah,
And the all I could see was people saying buy bullion, don't
yeah,
buy proof, buy bullion, buy bullion. So
yeah,
why not, if you're going to buy bullion, buy your own country's bullion?
yeah,
So I just started getting Britannias. But
yeah,
when you keep getting Britannias delivered and opening them, the excitement quickly wanes. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Because like, oh,
That's
okay,
yeah,
it's another Britannia. Yes, there's some nice ones that have got crowns on and things like
yeah,
that when they had the king's coronation,
yeah,
and the cipher one, like there's one on here somewhere. Yes, there, the one with the crowned king on. So that was exciting, getting variations on it. And I know there's Oriental border ones which I've got,
yeah.
ones with little animals around the rim and things like that. So there's different versions on the same thing, but it didn't take long before I started branching out. I mean, not too far, but just branched out into maples, eagles, things like that. I realised that a lot of countries have their own bullion coin, basically. Do you know what I mean? So I just started collecting more of those.
Yeah. But obviously, it didn't satisfy you. Just going
It
like the
did.
different ones
It's always
around the
nice.
world.
Yeah, as your level of coins grow, it's like wow. Do you know what I mean? I've got like 30 ounces here. Do you know what I mean? It's like, really exciting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just amazing. If you just keep plugging away, it just goes up and up and up, and you don't realize what you're doing. I only ever intended to buy 10 maximum initially, 10 Britannias is all I wanted, because I bought 10 of those plastic slabs to put them in. I thought, I mean, I know they're only bullion, but I'm from a numismatic background, and your coins are worth more money if they're in good condition, obviously, like with anything. So I started off not wanting to touch them or, get them toned or anything like that. Touch wood, I've got, even my coins from 2 or 3 years ago are still in absolutely perfect condition. Every single coin is in a capsule or a slab. Everything's kept in dark safes with silica gel and cool and all that kind of stuff. So I've been very, very lucky on the old tone in front, and things like that. And milk spots, I've been very lucky. I tend to buy good quality coins in the first place. I don't pick up cheap silver just because it's got milk spots on. I won't pick it up personally, because I just don't want it in my collection. So yeah, but it didn't take long at all buying all the basic bullion before it got a bit boring, and
okay.
yeah.
So then, is that at the point where you started to look at Perth Mint?
Yeah, Persimmon, obviously, they're at the forefront of most people's collections, aren't they? They're such
Oh,
popular. coins, and I picked up a few kookaburras and koalas and kangaroos, and thought these are really cool.
Yeah.
And then realised they did a lot more different animals and insects, and then they did obviously year sets. The kookaburras go right back to what, 1990, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
So it's that's 35 years of different kookaburras you can
it
collect.
is. Yeah.
And my wedge-tailed eagles are only 10 years, but yeah, I absolutely adore pandas. The Chinese pandas, I love pandas. Yeah,
They
but
are. What a quick question about the pandas,
all
because
right.
have you managed to, have you got many of them?
I have a few.
A few. Have you managed to get because they changed from their 1 ounce to the 30 gram, didn't they?
Yeah,
At some point.
that put me off pandas for a little while, because
Okay.
I always had pandas, the older style pandas,
Yep.
and then I noticed that I think it was 2015 they changed to 30 gram,
Yep.
which is really annoying. Do you know? And I
It
know it's a
is.
nice
Yeah.
round figure, but
Yeah.
the whole world, precious metals are traded in troy ounces.
Yeah.
Everybody uses troy ounces. It gives everyone a guide. Do you know what I mean? Everyone can follow that guide in troy
Yeah.
ounces. So why they need to be different, I do not know. So it's a bit annoying, but they still look nice. They still look like they're 1 ounces,
Yeah.
and I like them. But I do wish that they were troy ounces. Messes up my spreadsheet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when you're trying to add it up, you have to convert
Yeah,
everything to grams, don't
I
you? It's
know.
like,
Yeah,
and
such
then
a
convert it
pain.
back to
I
troy
know.
ounces.
It's yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying, very annoying. But to be fair, I've looked at. I mean, as you know, I collect quite a few bits and pieces. But the pandas, like, I really do like, and my daughter
Mm.
loves them. And it's just like, oh, do I really want to go down that rabbit hole yet? And I don't think I do at the moment. I've got,
I'm not necessarily chasing the years on those. I'm just
mm,
picking them up as I see them.
yeah,
I've got duplicates of many of my coins.
okay,
But if one comes up and I have a quick look at my spread. This is why I don't like Whatnot, because I need to be able to. I have to get my phone, go on my spreadsheet,
yep,
flick all the way down to China, get my pandas, see what years I've got,
yep,
because they're all logged. Obviously, every single coin is logged and the year.
absolutely, yeah,
But by the time I've done that, it's gone.
yeah.
So I just, yeah, I'm not a fan of Whatnot. Sorry.
No, don't say sorry.
Whereas with Cobra, I've got plenty of time. I can check it,
Exactly, yeah,
see if it's a low mintage year. I can even go on eBay and have a look at the price. You got all the time in the world, haven't you? So, but yeah,
you have.
I am concentrating primarily on kookaburras,
Okay,
wedge-tailed eagles, and kangaroos. Really, are my ones. I am sort of and obviously dragons. I love all the Perth Mint dragon bars. I've got 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, all of them. I need 18 and 19 on the dragon 1 ounce bars.
okay,
I've got the 20 last week, which is apparently one of the harder ones to find.
yeah,
But yeah, I need 18 and 19 to complete that set. I like my Beskar bars as well. I think there's
okay,
a 2022 I'm missing on those.
okay,
So there's certain things I'll do date runs on, but same with my 50p's. I just want one of every coin I can find.
yeah,
So that's why my spreadsheet is so long, because
sure,
yes, I've got bundles of maples, Brits, all that kind of stuff. But underneath that, there's ones and ones and twos and ones and of hundreds of different coins. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So it's I never really talk about the full amount. I know exactly to the gram what I've got, obviously,
sure,
from
yeah,
my spreadsheet, but I never really talk about it. But
no,
I am in. I remember Future Investments did a video saying about, if you want to be in the top 1% of silver holders in the UK, you need this many troy ounces, and I've gone past that. So
yeah.
I am in the 1% club, as it were, of silver. Let's just say that.
That's two of us.
Yeah.
There's totally quite a few of us.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if there is that many of us. Do you know what I mean? Because
No,
to be in the 1% club, you've got to have a certain amount. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? And so I'm excited to be there. It was nice to reach that milestone.
sure.
I've got no intention of stopping.
No,
So it's great. I'm not saying that to flex. I'm just saying to people, you can, if you
yeah,
keep going, you'll end up at the. I had no intention of collecting that much silver. I wanted 10 Britannias. That's all I wanted. And then, welcome to the dark side type thing. You know what I mean?
see,
But
gets you.
I say dark side. It's not a dark side. It's the fabulously shiny light side.
Yeah,
And I, like, as we've discussed before, I'm not looking at flipping and selling and values and all this kind of stuff. I don't care about any of that stuff. It's just silver. I'm collecting it. It's a great way of saving money. And that's all I see it as. You know what I mean? This money, this hobby, all this money is still sitting here. I haven't actually spent it. It's still here if I want it. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I'd have to sell it all, but the money's still sitting there. What a great way to save silver. If nothing else, never mind the markets, never mind what everybody else is doing, purely as a savings vessel, it's incredible, because I am terrible with cash. Absolutely terrible. If I've got a pile of cash here, I've bought the latest telly or drone or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I just spend it.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at saving, really bad.
Yeah.
So I've never saved this much money in my life, never. And I'm
Wow.
54 this year. Do you know what I mean? So this is
That's cool.
incredible to me. Do you know what I mean? To have this much that I could, turn back into cash if needed. I don't want to. I hope I never have to. I hope my daughter gets it all.
Yeah.
But life's a bitch sometimes, and
It is.
shit happens, and you lose your job or you get ill or whatever. So, but it's better than having nothing. It's better than being in that position and not having nothing to fall back on. When you've got a good amount of money to fall back on, I'd hate to sell it for that reason.
Yeah.
I really would, but at least it's there. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. It's powerful stuff, mate. And the eye candy and the joy it gives you personally.
Me personally, yeah. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to work out. I'm pretty passionate about silver. Do you know what I mean? We all know that gold is good and gold is doubled and all this kind of stuff, and gold's a fantastic investment. It is. But my passion is silver. Do you know what I mean? I don't care about gold so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do have a few pieces of gold, but they're not even really on my videos. You know what I mean? It's just silver. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather be known as a silver stacker than anything else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a precious metal that's probably more evenly spread around people, normal people, because it's affordable to a degree. And it makes it more of a common thing that if, most people can collect. And, like you're expressing on here, and this is why I really wanted you on as a part 2, because you're like me, I'm terrible for it too. But it's just can give you so much joy and a sense of saving, and it just hits home at I call myself pleb level in society. Yeah. It just hits home.
Well, I'm noob. You know what I mean? I'll never be anything other than a noob.
Absolutely. It's cool. It's cool. Dude, I want to just quickly talk about the Perth before we move on to that. You mentioned about the wedge-tailed eagles. Do you know the latest one's out very soon? Well, it's actually out, the 2025. It was released at the beginning of this month. Well, beginning of March. But I believe Martin at the Silver Trade is getting them next week, I believe.
Oh, cool.
So that's out. But I was going to ask you a question. You haven't got the first one, have you?
What, the wedge-tailed eagle? I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Obviously doing this, so I can't check my spreadsheet at the moment. But I'm not sure, to be honest.
2014, I think it was.
I might have.
Oh, dude.
If I have, I've only got one, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Let me know. Let me know if you want to do a trade. It's the only one I haven't got.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's annoying.
So
but I'm sure there is a 2014, because I know what you were like. You made a mistake on them swans, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that's because I'm a dickhead, but wasn't really thinking properly.
Yeah, I think I've only got one swan. Like I said, there's only certain animals I'm backdating on. The swans are not one of them, but I've got the 2024 or 5 swan with the moonlight in the background. What a bloody beautiful coin that is.
It's gorgeous, dude.
It's stunning. All the little I can't believe you didn't know there were stars. All the little stars in the night sky and the moon and the reflections, and
that's because I don't look properly. I don't look properly.
Oh, I do. I get all my coins under my microscope.
I don't blame you. I don't blame. I'm just opening up my spreadsheet. I'm sure it's the 2014.
I have a special coin microscope, because obviously the Perth Mint coins have that micro letter engraven on their coins.
I know, yeah.
Since about 2019, I think they started doing that. So I love to hunt around the coin to find the micro engraving, because there's no way I'm seeing it with my crappy old eyes.
Yeah, not mine. I have to wear these bloody glasses. It's 2014. It's the only one I haven't got. Bloody hard to get hold of. No one seems to get rid of them.
Probably when you're going back on dates, isn't it? I said in Stat Chat the other night, I said, if you're going to start a collection, that a new collection that comes out, make sure you get the first one. And
exactly,
it's always that first one that ends up being the most expensive and the hardest to find. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely
really hard.
I found that with the Britannias. I'm finding it with the Kookaburras. I haven't completed the Kookaburras yet. I've been lucky with the swans.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got all those.
That's a beautiful set, and your Chronos series. I've got a few of those, but I
Oh,
didn't even know there was that many of them. They're really nice coins. Because
dude,
I'm a bit
yeah,
funny. I like the first one that came out because I just like that plain,
yeah,
simplistic design,
yeah,
and then I like the really busy ones as well. It's really
yeah,
weird.
yeah,
I couldn't say I like plain more than busy. I don't know. There's just something that draws me to a clean, minimal design. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But then I
yeah.
love really detailed busy coins as well. It's really weird. I don't know, if everyone else is the same or whether they all like everyone, likes one or the other. But yeah,
Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's like that. I get a little bit frustrated sometimes when I do a collection, a date run. There's always coins in that date run I don't like the Britannia date run I've got. There's some of them I
yeah,
like. I think, oh my god, there's just like pants. And then
yeah,
you get to the 2010, which is my favourite design personally, and it's just
yeah.
like, why didn't they do more of these type of stuff? You know?
I don't know. I think there's one of them around that age, 2010, 11 or 12, with a really weird Union Jack on it, and I don't like that at all. Some people rate it, but
Yeah,
that's not my favorite design at all. I've got a 2013 proof set, with the one half, the quarter, and the tenth, whatever
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
That's a nice design. That looks nice with the Britannia head on, and then the helmet. That's quite a nice
yeah,
one.
yeah,
But yeah, there's, like you say, there's certain ones you don't like. But if I am, it's like with the stackers. There's some obviously I like more than others, but I do genuinely love them all. Do you know what I mean? I haven't found a bad one yet. Do you know what I mean? That I don't like, which is probably what drew me to them in the first place. The fact that to have that many, and obviously the designs are vastly different.
yeah,
To love them all is quite good, and I do genuinely love them all.
yeah. So wrapping up on the crazy addiction to which I get so much on the Perth Mint. You've
Yeah,
got you like the Cooks, the red-tailed
Wedgetail.
eagles, the swans. Was that another one?
Yeah, I've got one. I've only got one swan and a
Okay.
quokka and a wombat and all the different coins.
Yeah.
It's literally just the I love. There's so many beautiful kangaroos that they've done over the years.
Yeah.
Stunning, stunning kangaroos that they've done with sunsets and all that kind of stuff. I do like the kangaroos. I've got quite a few koalas, but all the other stuff is just ones of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, but it still builds up to a big collection when you've got a lot of certain ones with longer date runs or whatever.
Sure.
And like I say, I've got Royal Australian Mint stuff as well. They do their own range of really
Do
nice coins as well, so I collect those as well.
bloody hell, it's just endless, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely endless. So obviously you got into your Perth Mint stuff, and you've briefly touched on what I call like real collectible type silver, like
Yeah.
your Coca-Cola. You've got a guitar there. Is that electric guitar there?
Yeah,
That was
this
a
is
Fender, wasn't it?
it's a Fender Stratocaster. This
You got
is
that off a
the
Cobra, didn't you?
Jazz Master one.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a whole series of them, and they're just different. Do you know what I mean? It's a 1 ounce coin. It's got a denomination on the back,
yeah,
and I just thought, that's so different. Do you know what I mean? And obviously people do collect the sets of them, obviously, but I just thought that was something different to put in my collection. So I wouldn't go and get the whole set, but it was there. I liked it. I bought it. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't actively look for the set of them. I know people do. I think the latest one that came out has got some fancy extra bits at the side, and it's a crazy price, crazy price. So
yeah,
I'm glad I didn't carry on. But it's a beautiful coin.
yeah.
Oh, I've got the football in PA for silver as well. Can you remember whether it's convex or concave? I can't remember.
I don't know, mate.
Oh, it's such a chunky, lovely little bit of silver. So yeah, this is my favourite old style £2 coin. This FIFA football one. Not that I like
Wow.
football. I just like the fact the design goes right up to the edge. There's no rim as such.
Yeah.
It's just design, and then yeah,
Can you show us
beautiful
a bit
silver.
closer, dude? Can you show it a bit closer?
Which, my light will cut out if I go too
Oh yeah,
close.
got it. Yeah, yeah. I see. I'm with you now.
Yeah, really, really cool. Sorry, I just got distracted by that.
No,
I'm
no,
like a
that's absolutely
magpie, I
fine.
tell you.
No, that's fine. So, did you get into proof silver coins?
Um, I started with proof silver with my Gothic crown. But then I learned that it's a bit of a speculative market. So I do have some nice proof coins. I pick up odd ones that I like. Obviously, I've got other Gothic crowns in different weights. I've got some annual or some Britannia silver sets of different years that are all proof, but I prefer to buy. And there's enough nice bullion coins to not need to buy proof coins, if you know what I mean. Um, so I genuinely stick to bullion, but there's proof like, and as we say, I wouldn't class a lot of the Perth Mint coins as bullion. They're collectibles as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? They're a stand above, aren't they? A Britannia or a Maple, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
100% are.
With the shading and stuff. I mean, you don't get this should be your year, because you are a year of the snake, as we know. So
Yes.
it's this background, this frosted background, and
Yep.
then the mirrored bit on it. The Royal Mint don't do that,
Nope.
and it elevates the coin. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is not a piece of bullion to me.
No.
This is a collectible piece of silver.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And look at that. I mean, I love what they're doing with their coins at the moment. And they really do put the Royal Mint to shame. Do you know what I mean? These are stunning. Having that Chinese character of snake on these and dragon on the other ones and stuff, they're just beautiful. I love them. I really do.
Yes, and thank you very much for highlighting that the other day when we was talking. That was you, the snake, because now that's made me start to look all over the place for snaky things. So I really do appreciate that, sir. There are some stunning pieces out there as well. It's mad. Absolutely mad.
What do you think of Geigers? I mean, they're stunning, aren't they? You know what I mean? How could you call this bullion? I don't understand how you could call that bullion. They're just so beautiful, these Geigers, aren't they?
They are. They are. I haven't indulged myself, and the reason why I haven't indulged myself, no, not at all, not at all.
Oh my!
They are a stunning piece of silver, but I can't. I'll be on. I'm going to be really honest with you, and I don't know why I'm like this, but I don't like stuff in essays. Packaging.
As you know, I mean, look, there's 8 kilos of silver there in that are all coins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not an assay fan myself. I mean, the Geigers come like that. You haven't really got a lot of choice.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
they're difficult to stack and store and all that, but I still think they're beautiful. Do you know what I mean? There's a little baby one down the bottom there. I just think they're lovely, but I'm like you, mate. I am not a fan of assayed. I mean, look at our dragons. I don't want those dragons on stupid bits of cardboard that are going to go all dog-eared on the end.
No, not at all.
I just like the coin. It's all about the coin for me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious from my coin collection of normal coins, because I don't get Royal Mint carded rubbish.
No.
I just get the coin. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't bother me whether they're in them blue cards or not. Many people who buy those blue carded ones buy them because they want to rip them out, which you can, and put them in their own flips and write on the flip, this is a 1997, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not quite nerdy enough for that.
No.
So I'm happy to store, and they do have proper albums that hold those particular cards, you know what I mean? But I'm not bothered about. I mean, there's a lot of silver coins that come out on cards or on TEPs, and I just wait for them to come out loose, because they do eventually.
Yeah.
So I'm not in any. But I don't want loads of TEPs everywhere and stupid cards. So I'm with you, but we haven't really got a lot of choice on them, have we?
I know.
When you get things like the Biscard bars that obviously don't come in a standard capsule, they just won't fit in the normal 1 ounce capsules like these capsules.
Yeah.
So you have to get these special ones. But I don't mind for things like this, because they're little one-off coins that come out once a year.
Yeah.
And I love my Star Wars, so I'm happy to buy capsules like this.
Yeah.
Because they don't fit in standard capsules, not without some weird rubber band system thing on there which looks bloody terrible. Yeah. So I'm happy to have them as they are. Do you know what I mean?
They are stunning. I mean, don't get me wrong. That Geiger design is just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
They're crisp and sharp. I mean, you don't like them, but would you do a 365 and smash one out of the capsule?
No.
No, exactly. He's crazy, isn't he? Bless him.
I know. Bless him. Bless him totally.
I'd rather keep it sharp in the capsule, but there we go.
Yeah, maybe I might indulge one day, but the problem with me is it's like anything. Once I get one, I want all the different sizes and
I've been going down that path, picking up all the different sized ones. So yeah,
and I haven't completed. I've really been disciplined with myself recently for all sorts of reasons, but because I haven't completed my kookaburras, I can't justify starting something else again,
No.
In my own head until...
That is the difficult thing, isn't it? When you start seeing a new coin, you think, oh, that would be nice to go back and do. So I really try and limit myself on just picking up odd things, and anything that comes out that's different to the norm, as in like you got your maples, but then you get this beautiful dark side of the moon maple, or dark side of the queen maple rather. So you'll pay a premium on something like this, but to me, to have something that's different to a normal maple, or different to a normal eagle, or different to a normal Britannia, is also nice to collect. Do you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
wouldn't go out and get the king one because there's a king one now. If one came up at a good price, I might pick it up, but I'm not actively looking for it.
Yeah.
I like to pick up just odd things that I like and I like the look of, and that's just me. I try not to get involved in series and sets, and you know what I mean. Uh,
Yeah.
the
The other
the
little.
other coin that goes with the Gothic crown, you've got the three graces,
Yes.
which is in this great engraver set. But to me, that's the most boringest coin I've ever seen in my life. So there's no way I'd go and buy that,
Yeah.
regardless of how much it costs. I just don't like the design. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's all about that Gothic crown for me. So I'll buy
Yeah.
10 of those, but I wouldn't buy the three graces.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, again, because it's me, I had to deck the collection.
Mhm.
Which is ridiculous, but
I get it. I get it. Don't get me
it's.
wrong.
I know it. We're nuts. We are really mad sometimes,
We
but
are a
that's
bit mental, aren't we? Really, if we're
yeah.
being honest.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I sit there and I think sometimes I look at stuff and I think, why did I get that? But that
Mm.
brings me on to another question that I find myself sometimes falling into a trap of buying things sometimes purely because I want to show it on a channel. Do you ever get that?
Um,
Do you ever get that?
I the thing is with having a channel, it looks like you're showing off. And I never ever want it to be about that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you can hear how passionate I am. Everybody says the same thing about me when they talk to me and I'm talking about my collection. I am passionate about silver. It's not a flex. There's people with far, far bigger and better collections than mine. I am trifling insignificance compared to a lot of people. So it's not a competition. I enjoy what I do. I like what I've got, and if somebody's got bigger and better things, then I'm happy for them. Do you know what I mean? But I just wanted to share that passion. It initially started off with me telling people where I was buying things from, because I was seeing people paying about 150 quid for these things from PowerCoin and places like that. And I thought, no, I'm paying 60 quid for these. What are you doing paying 140 quid? It was crazy. So I initially started all my earlier videos were these are from Backyard, these are from Affordable Bullion, these are from, and I was telling people where I was buying them from and what prices I was paying and what prices they should be paying. Because I thought, I've done all this work now to get this far where I've found all these people that are selling stuff at great prices. Why not share that knowledge? And that's the whole reason I started my channel, was genuinely, hand on heart, to save people money. Do you know what I mean? And every video I told people what I paid and where I bought it. I'm happy to discuss anything that I bought and where I bought it from and what price I've paid, because I was just seeing people, yeah, I got that. I got it off PowerCoin for 145 quid. I was like, no, you know what I mean? It broke my heart. So I genuinely started my channel to help people answer questions to new collectors after I'm still a newbie. I've only been going a couple of years, but I've obviously learned a huge amount in that time. Do you know what I mean? I would never say I'm an expert in anything. Every day's a school day, but I know a lot. You know what I mean? As you do. Do you know what I mean? I know what's right and what's wrong, and places you should and shouldn't buy from, and all that kind of stuff. And something's obviously too good to be true than it usually is. I've had friends of mine buy fake silver from China and all that kind of stuff, thinking it's real. But it's if I can help one person from making a mistake like that, then I will. I've done videos about how to test your silver. I know I've got the Sigma machine, but it's there's ways of testing your stuff at home. Do you know what I mean? And I did videos all about that. I just wanted to help people and share my passion for silver. It's never been about showing off or flexing or anything like that. And nobody should ever take it like that from me. I get a bit offended if they do, because it's not about that. You know what I mean? It doesn't. You know what some of the people are like in the coin community? You say, "Oh, I've got this one," and they go, "Oh, I've got a bigger one of that." And I think, "Yeah, that's nice, good for you." Do you know what I mean? It's not a competition. You know what I mean? I hate that. It really, really winds me up. There's
Does
no,
it? I wouldn't have thought so.
oh,
No, I wouldn't have thought
yeah,
that.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Not in a jealous way, in a way of
I
like,
know
why
what
do
you
you
mean.
need to say
Yeah.
that? Do you know what I mean? Why? Good for you. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to
Yeah.
be a dickhead about it. And they're the ones that are showing off by saying that in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, I don't like all that rubbish. Do you know what I mean? And anybody that tries to do it to me, I just cut them off and block them. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Because they just get on my nerves. It's not about who's got what and who's got the best and who's got the biggest. Do you know what I mean? We might as well all get our knobs out. Do you know what I mean? It's
Oh no,
ridiculous. Absolutely. Yeah, but you know what I mean, though? That's all it is. Just men being
it's
pathetic
ego.
men. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
It's ego, dude.
Hmm.
It's but it comes out in anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cars, houses,
Anything. Doesn't, yeah, it doesn't matter what it is.
anything that we can consume. Some people get a
Hmm.
little bit whatever, but that's all part of community, I suppose. And yeah, I'm like you. You know, I could sometimes I think, oh, I'm going to put all this stuff out, and then I think, oh, for God's sake, I'm just like a knob, you know.
Um,
What am I doing? You know, so I just sit there and think, no, I don't want to, because that's not really the point of really the deep side of what I'm trying to put
yeah.
across.
This
So you
this
sort of
is all
fight
out.
against it, you know?
Yeah, this is all out to show the difference from where I started,
Yeah, it's
coins I
perfect.
started
It's
with,
absolutely
where I
perfect.
went
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
the bullion, the different countries and things that I buy from, and then the stackers. So it was just, if I really wanted to flex, I would open this camera to wide angle lens and fill lots of coffee tables, and we'll do
Yeah.
that if you like.
Exactly.
And so
Yeah.
it's never. Trust me, it's never about that. Never, ever,
No,
ever
no,
about
it's
that.
not.
It's just about having a little snapshot. Normally, when I do a video, it's about the deliveries I've had that week or whatever it is, or
Yeah.
maybe even a one-off special coin that's come in or something like that. So it's just I've been doing these videos just lately in chats, and it's if I sat there with a blank coffee table, it'd be a bit of a boring video, wouldn't it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
I totally
So
agree with you. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
that fine line. It's that fine
yeah.
line between what am I trying to achieve here and what sort of thing do I put across. But for this purpose, it's just brilliant because you've got a piece of everything. Talking of your pieces, that sounds really
Uh-huh.
wrong, doesn't it? That didn't sound good, did it? We won't talk about any old pieces. We talk about silver pieces. Talk
Yeah,
about silver pieces. You haven't talked a lot about bars. Forget your stackers for a minute. Actual bars. Are you into bars?
I am into. You obviously haven't seen one of my recent videos where I did on bars. I never started with bars. I didn't like bars. I just thought they were ridiculous rectangle shapes of uselessness. And one day I had a closer look at a Perth Mint Dragon bar, and I realised it was a coin. And I thought,
Yes.
oh, they're not just bars of silver. Do you know what I mean? They are coins. And so I went down went down that rabbit hole. I do have a lot of bars. I love bars now.
What video is
Um,
that, dude?
all the bars. I've done several videos showing all different types of bars, right from the 10 ounce, the Geigers, the normal smaller bars. Let me just cut this call off. Ben's trying to. I can say Ben now because he said his own name on his channel. TSA was
Absolutely.
trying. Yeah, so I do have a lot of bars. I love bars now. Yeah, yeah, a lot of bars. I've done videos. There's a little brief video, but then I'm on TikTok. You don't really go on TikTok, do you?
No, I
So
don't. Sorry.
they don't all go on. All my videos don't go on
Ah,
YouTube,
right.
unfortunately.
Okay.
But I did one last. This whole rack was full of bars, 32 bars, and I said you've got to melt all them down to get that 1 kilo star that I had.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, so I do. I love bars. Beautiful things.
Cool. And I've noticed you did a video called My Favorite Silver Pieces 2024. Remember that one?
I love that video.
Yeah,
One
I
of my
do as
favorite
well.
videos that
Yeah.
I've done. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? If you haven't watched it, guys, go and watch it because it hasn't. I think it's got about 500 views. It deserves 5,000 views.
But
I love it. My
I
favorite
think
video
it's
I've done.
yeah. I think you've got an Argentia bar on there, haven't you?
Yes, yes.
I can't remember which one it
Like I
was
said,
though.
I can't literally fit anything more
No.
on the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, lovely 10 ounce. And I saw that was a direct rip off, not a rip off, but I liked it. And I saw it on 365's channel.
All right.
He had one, and I thought I need that in my life. I thought that was really stunning and very sort of Art Deco,
Yeah.
and I was just drawn to it. So I got that one, and it's still wrapped in its little plastic because obviously he has stuff out for
Yeah.
his channel, and his has gone all toned and horrible. And he says, "Oh, doesn't this look lovely?" And I'm like, "No, it's filthy. I don't like toned coins. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
just don't like them."
I struggle. Sometimes I see mine starting to tone, and I'm thinking, oh no, please don't. It just spoils them in my eyes.
It does, yeah, it does.
Horses for
No
coursing.
amount of look at all these lovely rainbow cut. No, sorry, don't like it.
Mm,
Don't
yeah,
like it.
it's difficult, difficult. Yeah, don't like it.
Mm.
Um, Dude, before we move on to the piece de resistance, some of
Oh,
my
what's that?
favorite pieces of silver that you collect and I absolutely love. Is there anything else that we might have missed on that journey?
Don't think so. No,
No.
it's a pretty similar journey to a lot of collectors, isn't it? Starting from the raw mint and
Yeah,
then
it does,
a
mate.
bit
Yeah.
more worldwide, and then maybe a bit of collectible stuff, and then before you know it, you're buying these things and all sorts of weird ones. There's loads of different styles and types of silver, isn't there? So
There is. Is there anything out there that you've seen and thought, I really want to get into that, but you haven't yet?
yes,
Go on.
I really, when we were in Berlin,
Yep.
I was talking to NGMD,
Yep.
and he'd managed to pick up a few pieces, and he mentioned about an Incuse maple.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've seen
And
them.
I've never found one. I never picked one up. I really, really want a nice chunky Incuse maple. If you don't know what Incuse is, the maple flag is inset right deep into the silver and normally gilded. So it's a beautiful chunky coin with an inset maple, and I just think they're stunning. And there's also the other things I really want, and I don't have any of. There is a convex Perth Mint coins, aren't there? They're really deep dish bowl ones. I think you've got one. I'm sure you have.
No, I
I
haven't.
don't have any of those yet, and I really want a nice. Is it? You still haven't answered my question. Is it convex or concave?
I don't know. You did ask me,
Yeah,
and I said
exactly.
I
I
haven't
don't
got a
know.
clue.
Anyway, it dips in. Anyway, nice
Yep.
deep
Yep.
dish 2 ounce coin. I want one of those, and I really want an infused maple. I
Yeah.
really would love an infused maple.
Cobra had one on his auction, didn't he?
I know. I missed it. I missed it.
Me too. And I ummed and ahed. I thought, shall I, shall I, shall I, shall I? And what a dickhead I didn't. I should have done. I
Yeah, I
should have
can't
done.
remember. I can't remember what it went for now. Maybe it went too high for me. I don't know, but I really do. I would love an infused maple. I really would.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
like the different maples. I've got several different maples with different privy marks and all that kind of stuff. Same with Britannia. Same with lots of coins. You know about the coins with the privy marks. You get that. We
Yep.
had that. We picked up the one at the Perth Mint, didn't we?
Yep.
Let me just move this 10 ounce coin.
Ha ha
Flexing.
ha.
Sorry. Yeah,
Just
the
show us,
kookaburra.
show us for the
No,
candy.
no,
Come
no, I'm
on.
only joking.
No,
So
no, I
yeah,
want to see it. I want to see it.
to
What
get
is
these
it?
ones with the privy marks on is special,
Yes.
isn't it? You know what I mean? I don't deliberately look for them, but if they happen to pop up, then we'll give it a go. When I sent my crown off for grading, I sent this 10 ounce off as well, just to get this comedy slab. Now you know the size of this kookaburra thing,
Yep.
and it's pretty similar in size.
Yep.
10 ounce
That,
Queen's Beast, just for fits and giggles, and
yeah.
to get it in this beautiful NGC slab. Look at that.
That's
I love it.
gorgeous.
Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't do the whole set, obviously, but
No.
it was just as a one-off. As I was sending some stuff to get graded, I thought I'd send one that off, and that made a good video anyway. But I don't particularly buy anything just because I know you asked me a question, I didn't really answer it. I don't buy silver to make a video. I buy silver because I like it.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that it would be, because there's a lot of stuff that I buy that would never make a video. I don't find it. I like it, but it wouldn't be something I'd put on a video. It's got to be something a little bit different for me to put it on a video. Do you know what I mean? Or a delivery of loads of different stuff or something like that. So I stick to the more special stuff. I'm always still stacking for weight in the background, little different bits and pieces that come up. And but yeah, I don't think I've ever bought anything. I've bought like props and things I need for a video. Like a set of scales or this stand, or I bought props that I've needed, and my new coin stands from Tech. Thank you, Tech. Because I just needed something to display stuff on, and I do specific videos as an affiliate of Trusty Metrics. So I had one with Trusty Metrics on when I make videos about the machine. So I bought a few bits and pieces, but not. I've never bought silver just to make a video. Do you know what I mean? I bought silver because I want it and I like it.
That's absolutely how it should be, dude.
Mm.
Really, 100%. Go on, Aim, very quickly. I'll give you a little flyer with Trusty Metrics if you want to use 5 seconds talking about that.
To be honest, and he knows this because I spoke to him in Berlin. I nearly said his name then. Backyard Bullion.
Oh, yeah.
He very graciously put one of my coin noob videos on his channel, which he does occasionally to certain creators just to get a different perspective. And he's quite honest about it. Give him a little break from doing a video that week.
Yeah.
So he'll often put people on there, and I was. It was when he'd just done the video about the Sigma machine, and I thought that looks really bloody cool. Expensive, but really, really cool. And then one of the brothers that runs the UK side of it, his girlfriend saw one of my videos, the comedy, one of the sort of more funnier ones, because I do little comedy skits now and again. And she saw one, she was laughing and showed him, and he said, "Oh, he's a silver collector," and he got into me, and he ended up speaking to me about it. Do you know what I mean? And I ended up getting one of the machines. So I did some instructional videos for them, and he gave me an affiliate code to put on my channel. And I just, there's no way I'd push the machine if they weren't. I did so much I spent, because I knew the machine was coming, I spent months watching loads of other YouTuber videos around America, because obviously Sigma's in America, and of how they work, what they're about, how they work. And I thought, and I'd seen, if I'm not going to mention names, but I had seen a few videos that had been put out where people were just stabbing away at the buttons, not really knowing what they were doing. I thought I would never do that. And I read the manual from cover to cover and made a, I think a really good video, instructional video, a part one and a part two, explaining how they work and and even my daughter done one to show how
She
easy they're
did.
so easy to use that, And so it's just about that really, and I became sort of a bit of an ambassador for the brand, and I've done some private stuff for them as well, and we've got a fantastic relationship, and the fact that they're giving one away. I mean, the machine is. I'll get it here. It's just here. These machines, they are incredible, but obviously, elephant in the room, they are £1,800. But they're giving one away free on Backyard Bullion's channel, so that's absolutely amazing. Do you know what I mean? We spoke about it, and obviously, he's got a much bigger channel than me. I've got like 3,000 followers on TikTok, and he's got like 71,000, something like that. So they've given it away on his chalice. And I mean, what a gift. I mean, we give away ounces of silver here, there, and everywhere, and maybe the odd tenth of gold. But to give away an £1,800 machine, that's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Really,
amazing.
really good. And I've got
Absolutely
stuff
amazing.
planned with them in the future. So I'm happily carrying on working with them, which enables me to have that machine and do great videos for them, because I really believe in the machine. And that's not just because I've got a relationship with them, or they are genuinely cracking guys, the two brothers. They are so helpful night and day, 7 days a week. Oh my god, the stuff they've done and things they've sent Ruby for her birthday and things like that. Totally, nothing to do
Wow.
with the machine or videos. They are just genuinely, genuinely top guys. And if they can help you out, they will. So I'll plug them all day long. Do you know what I mean? Whether I'm getting extra for it or not, do you know what I mean? It's irrelevant. Do you know what I mean? They are amazing machines and an amazing company, and now they're international. So there's a link in my bio on my YouTube and my TikTok. Sorry for the little plug there, but you did say I could plug it, so I
Oh,
will.
absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
And yeah, there's a link on there. You can go to the channel, and yeah, really, really good. It's the
Wicked.
prices are sort of set from America really, and they don't get the opportunity to do any discounts or anything. They are what they are. He has said that I can do whatever, because I do get a tiny bit of commission on a machine that comes through any lead that I've done.
Yeah.
And because it's not about that, I'm happy to share that with people that buy them from me. So if people have bought the original, I'll give them 20 quid. If they buy the investor like mine, I'll give them 30. And if they buy the pro, I'll give them 40, do you know, out of my own
Wow.
money. So it's not about the commission for me. I'm just, they are expensive, but they are
Yeah.
good for what they do. Do you know what I mean? And there's, a bit of misinformation out there. People believe that these XRF guns are all the be all and end all, but XRF guns that you see in jewelry shops only go down 15 microns into gold, with gold being so dense. It's not like they're testing all the way through the coin. That's less than a quarter of a hair's width depth that they're going down. So they're great for identifying silver and gold and what levels there are in each individual coin, which is why coin shops use them. But they don't go all the way through a coin at all. Whereas the investor does. It goes right up to that 10-ounce bar and the 10-ounce coin. It tests all the way through the metal. So they're amazing bits of kit. And as I say, Trusty Metrics in the UK, fantastic. Even if you don't use my link, go on their website. They will help you out. They are so good.
Wicked. Wicked. I've seen the videos. They're
Yeah.
brilliant. Well, I think I told you, didn't I?
Mm.
It's Griff's video on how to use one of those machines is, for me, visually easier to watch than reading the manual,
Yeah.
which is
That's
perfect.
what I wanted it to be. I think that comes
Absolutely
from a
perfect.
background of, I worked in the civil service, and a couple of years I worked for the Treasury in London,
Yeah.
and I was translating Treasury solicitors or TESOL solicitors, or documentation back into what's called plain English. So, I would take a 32-page document and turn it into a one-page, for the public to easily assimilate type thing. So I always wanted to understand things, same as you. I know you love to get involved with things and learn about a process or a project or whatever, and make it understandable to you.
Yeah.
So, I know there's technical stuff to do with that machine, but I wanted people to, even a child will understand my videos. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
I just wanted, not saying that everyone's stupid, of course they're not, but I just wanted it to be nice and simple. We all, and you know this because I say it to you many times about people using acronyms and big highfalutin words and trying to make themselves sound full of importance. I don't like any of that. Do you know, I'm not impressed by anybody speaking and using big words. I like things to be easily understandable. And if you're going to share a topic or an information, make it understandable to people. Do you know what I mean? To everyone, because not everyone knows about that particular subject.
Yeah.
Just because you do, and you
Yeah.
know all these acronyms, and big words, not everybody does. So keep it plain English, I say.
100%, dude. I can't disagree with you because I'm a bit of a divo, so I like it. And if anyone can explain to me like I'm five, then it's great. I
Exactly.
understand it. I understand it.
That's what I said to you about Bitcoin. I need it explained to me like I'm five.
We
I
will.
literally want you to get a children's food set and say, this is a carrot, and we'll say that's a Bitcoin. Do you know what I mean? You
100%. It's
literally
going to
have to go
happen.
down to that level
It's going
for me to
to.
understand it. You know what I mean?
It's going to happen. It's going to
I hope so.
happen. Oh,
I
it
hope
will.
so.
It will because uh, there's a lot of subjects out there that a lot of people beef up as rocket science, but it's not.
Exactly.
And
I'm sure it's not. I know. In
it
fact, I
isn't
know it's
rocket
not. You
science.
know what I mean?
It's
But
so not rocket science.
yeah,
It really isn't. It
yeah.
can be if you want it to be,
Mhm.
but for most of us, we don't need it to be. Really, we just want to understand the pure basics of stuff
It's just
to
such a
make it
secret
to make.
society. Do you know what I mean? And it shouldn't be like that. It's all like the boys' club and all that crap. Do you know what I mean? It should
Yeah,
just be, here's what it is. Here's basically how it works. If you think a bit like this and A, B, C, do you know what I mean? Just make it nice and simple. You'll get more people involved. And if they want it to grow, it'll grow if people understand what it is, rather than invest in some mystical thing that people talk about in these big words. You know what I mean? It's silly.
there you go, dude.
We should be educating people about it, not
Yeah,
mystifying it. We should be demystifying it.
it's ego, dude. It's ego.
Ah,
It
I
is.
can't bear ego. I can't be doing with it. I'll joke and laugh all day long and say I'm this and I'm marvelous and I'm the personification of perfection. It's all bollocks, obviously. Do you know what I mean? If
Of
anybody
course.
takes me seriously, then they need their head testing. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
am what I am. Do
definitely.
you know what I mean? I'm as common as muck, and I'm absolutely gobsmacked that even with a little part-time work, I can have this hobby. Do you know what I mean? To the level that I've got it at. I'm proud of myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You know my life story. You know what I've come from
Sure.
and the troubles I've had. I don't go on about it like certain people, like I mentioned, but it's just, I'm proud of where I am and where I've got to. Do you know what I mean? It may all fall around my ears tomorrow. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? But I'm certainly in a better position if it does now than I was, 2 years ago. Do you know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yeah,
So I would
for
advise
sure.
anyone, if somebody genuinely asked me what to collect, I'd say gold all day long. You know what I mean? I know gold's a good investment. I love gold. You know what I mean? It's beautiful, but it wouldn't make a good channel, would it? Having 6 1-ounce coins. You know what I mean? Wouldn't be very
Especially
exciting at all.
nowadays.
You know what I mean? I love
Jesus.
it.
It's
No,
I,
the price. Oh,
at
at the
the,
moment,
yeah.
it's still up there. Is it? Has it dropped a bit today or not? Is it still up there?
I think it dropped a tiny little bit, but yeah, it's crazy,
Hmm.
crazy money.
I would never advise anyone to get into collectibles or anything like that. I would advise getting into bullion and doing some weight stacking. That's where I'd always start. And the same as you said before, do you know what I mean? Why? Why do you want to collect silver? Do you know what I mean? You've got to have that, you've got to have that free cash. You should have an
Yeah,
idea in your head of, what your exit strategy is and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I don't really have one, to be honest. But if they want to invest and they've got some spare income, then I would always advise getting a bit of silver and gold. You know what I mean? I
yeah, definitely.
maybe even get gold and silver that's in vault somewhere. I don't personally like that. You can get it for a better price and it's easier to trade and all that kind of stuff. But I just like the physical stuff here shining in my little eyes and stuff that I can manipulate with my grubby little fingers. But yeah, but I wouldn't advise anyone to go down the collectible route. If their mind is set on it, I'm happy to talk about it till the cows come home. But I'd certainly point them in the right direction, price wise and things like that. I love helping people in that respect. But I wouldn't advise anybody to start with collectibles, you know what I mean, or graded coins or anything like that, or proof
No,
coins.
no.
I would, even though I've got them all, it's
Yep.
that's just come from knowledge and things that I know about pricing and what goes for what and watching the markets and what stuff sells for. That's come with time. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you're just starting, no way should you get into proofs and collectibles.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to know your market first. You know what I mean? It's silly.
100%.
You know as well as I do, you can spend hundreds on a proof coin, and you'll
Mm.
never get that money back. Never in a month of Sundays. Do you know what I mean? It's just not
Unless
going to
you're
happen.
really, really lucky, or
If you're
someone's
very, very lucky, or there's a
in this.
niche little thing
Yeah.
that comes out that's,
Yeah.
a couple of people are happy to fight over. Do you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
tricky little market.
It is very
I mean, the
tricky.
popularity of the stackers now, I'm
Yeah.
not blaming it myself. I've been doing videos on them for the last 2 years, and there's an awful lot of people that message me and say, I started getting them because of you and blah, blah, blah. And that's nice. I just want them to buy from the right places. I got upset when I heard people, as I say, paying those silly prices. So
Yeah.
but yeah, the price of those now is starting to go up. It's only up to what they should have been in the first place, really, in my
Yeah.
opinion, because they were initially quite cheap. I think this is probably one of the first ones I got. This Shield of St Michael, and I think I paid
Yep.
£54 for it. Try and get one now for £54. You'd be very, very lucky.
Okay.
But yeah,
So you brought it up. The piece de resistance of your collection, I reckon, personally. I love it. How on earth did you come across these? And what took your fancy, dude?
not really sure. I think it just popped up in my feed one day on YouTube that somebody was showing probably one of those shields. It's the first one, or the Ganesh is absolutely stunning. And I thought that, and when I researched it and, initially found the expensive power coin type prices that put me off. And then I saw some on eBay for a fairly good price. And I thought, I'm going to get one of those. And it probably was the shield, to be fair, or the Hamza hand. And in fact, it was this one. It's either Dogaby or Dogabi,
Okay.
which is like a mythical dog, dragon, beast thing.
Yep.
I think this was £56. I saw that and I did my research on it, and then I found out there was a whole series of things that came out and different shields and things like that, and I just fell hook, line, and sinker to get this level of detail for 55 quid. Just above spot price. I thought, how is that even possible to get lovely stuff like this for that price? And I just started, and I haven't stopped.
Yeah, they're a game changer, aren't they?
They really are. I'm glad they've
Mm.
become popular. Not glad that the price has gone up, but I'm glad they've become popular. Do you know what I mean? I really am. Do you know what I mean? And there's some really tough ones to get now. My favorite, obviously, as I said to you before, being the Mask of David, which I'm sure will spin around any minute now.
Oh, I know the one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, this one. Uh, this is one of the early ones that I saw, and I just fell in love with it mainly because I saw it on a turntable, and I just like this. It's called a trompe l'oeil effect. So you get this feeling like it's sticking out this way if you hold
yeah. I can see
hold
it.
for a second.
Yeah, I can see it.
See what I mean? It looks really cool. I
Yeah.
saw it going around on a turntable, and I thought, oh my god, that is a beautiful piece of silver. 2 ounces, stackable, absolutely gorgeous. But this is one of the latest ones I've picked up because it took that long to find one. I didn't want to be silly. I could have rushed out and bought one of these in America for 150 quid with postage and then get stung VAT. I thought, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Be patient, bide your time, and they'll pop up eventually. Do you know what I mean? Which they did. So I was very, very lucky. But I love researching them and finding out why they've been made or what they're celebrating or commemorating or the story that they're telling and things like that. I just love them. I really, really do. And they are becoming really, really popular, aren't they? So,
They seem to
um,
be. Yeah. It's. Why do you think that is?
initially, definitely because of the price. I mean, obviously, I was plastering them everywhere as well, and then other people started doing videos on them, and they've just become really popular. If they start getting a bit too exclusive and a bit too expensive, they're going to probably do more harm than good, to be honest with you, because they're just a nice collectible thing to have. And yeah, part of the fun of doing videos is researching the coin or the item that you're going to be talking about.
Sure.
You'll pick up a piece like this, and obviously the first thing people say is, "Oh, that's a beautiful honeycomb. That is lovely
Yeah.
gold honeycomb." And you're like, Oh my God, it's not a honeycomb. It's the James Webb Telescope mirror.
Telescope mirror,
But
yeah.
it's nice to have to do the research and explain. I'll have to wait for that to come around again and explain about what they are and yeah, they're just amazing bits of silver for the price. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're coming up to sort of 80, £90 mark now, which is still a fair price, I think, for a detailed piece because you do pay more for for good quality silver, don't you? It's not like it's a plain bar or anything like that. There's a lot of
Definitely.
work
You could, yeah,
and
there's
yeah,
work
R&D
involved, you
gone
know.
into them.
Mm.
Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. So yeah,
Oh,
I just think they're bloody stunning. It's a nice way of collecting silver, isn't it? And they've all gone up in value, every single one of them. So
yeah.
I'm very happy, very very. Yes, I'm paying more for the more later ones, but certainly the bulk of them were bought, in that 55 to £60 range. So I'm really really happy.
Yeah,
Not that I'm
amazing.
not that I'm selling them, do you know what I mean? But it's nice to know they're
No,
going up in value. Do you know what I mean?
no, no, they'd be nuts to sell those, wouldn't you?
Mm.
Absolutely nuts. I was very lucky to meet the young lady that does a lot of that design work
Yes.
over at the Berlin Money Fair. Not this year, but the year before, because they weren't there this year, were they?
Yeah. Disappointing.
And yeah, it's only a young lad. Fantastic conversation we had, and I thought, oh,
All
what a
right,
lovely
rub it
job.
in.
Well, yeah, sorry. What a wonderful, lovely job you've got
Mm.
to produce things like this and then send it for a process and be have people like you, me. I've got a few and many others across the world
Yeah.
absolutely admiring what they are,
Yeah.
and
I love
that's
it when I watch random YouTube videos in Israel or Japan or whatever, and I see people who've got them. I go, "Oh, he's got stackers." It's great. Of course, they're global. Of course, they are. Do you know what I mean? It'd be silly to think they weren't, but it's just really cool to see them all over the world. So
yeah,
good luck to Damien. They're doing a cracking job. Do you know what I mean? I know Comsco's jumped on the bandwagon now with their Chibu sword, but it still fits in with the collection nicely. And I've got the bolt, whatever it's called. It's like a lightning bolt in a bar. Do you know what I mean?
okay.
Shaped like these swords, and that comes from the Polish mint. So that will be coming in soon. That's another stunning piece, but
Oh
it's
wow,
another bit of silver. I like the design of it, so I'm getting it. It's not part of this series, but it's still a nice bit of silver, and will fit with all the swords and everything. So I'm looking forward to that coming in and making a video on that.
yeah. Do they have a limited mintage?
They do now. They didn't when they first started,
Okay,
but all the later ones they have like a 10,000 mintage, or some of them are 5,000. Some of the swords are sort of 5,000.
well
So
that's
they've
not a
started
lot.
to they've no. So they've started to bring the prices up, make them more limited. I get what they're doing as a business. You know what I mean? They're making them more.
Why not?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, I don't blame them at all. But yeah, so they never used to be limited, but now they are. So all the
Okay.
later ones that you see, the Wolf Stacker and things, they're all limited now. The Lion, they're not all out because I couldn't fit them all on this display stand. But yeah, they are limited now.
Wow. They are stunning, and I never get bored with seeing what you had out on the Stack Chat
Yeah.
was just like when I first saw it on there. I thought, oh my god, Andy, calm down. That sounds very sexual, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't mean it like that.
Oh,
But
I had them
yeah,
on my straight rack, didn't I? I
you
managed to get
did,
more
yeah,
more
yeah.
on there.
And I was just
So
looking at them thinking, oh man, why I need to get some more? And then I'm thinking, no, I mustn't. But
I
that's
know
what I
I know
love.
you've got some. What's your favorite one that you've got yourself?
Probably, it would be a, a toss up between the Ganesh.
Yeah,
Well,
beautiful.
actually, there's three. There's the Ganesh, the hands of hand, just
Yeah,
purely because I love detail.
yeah.
But what's the one with, is it the fallen angel or something? Or Lucifer
Uh,
or something?
yeah. I'll see if that come around in a minute.
Is it Lucifer with
The
all the different
hammer's up there.
things going on around him?
I'll have a look in a minute
I
when it
think
comes
there's
round.
animals in there and all sorts of figures. And when I got it and I looked at it deeply, I thought, oh my God, how can you get so much detail at that perfection
Yeah, there's a
in a two
huge
ounce
amount
piece
of
of
detail.
silver?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's on the display, but I know the one you mean. It's some of the detail on them is just incredible.
Mm.
When you seeing them on a video doesn't really do them justice.
No.
When you get them in your hand
Yeah.
and actually look at them, and you
Sure.
think that is just incredible.
Yeah.
You got the original sin there with the snake and the apple.
I was just going to
That's
say
another
that
nice
there's
one.
loads of
Yeah,
detail on that one.
beautiful one. Yeah, I don't have the Lucifer one on my, but I've got it obviously, but it's not on the display
Mm.
because it was groaning under the weight, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
My poor little turntable. I need to
Yeah.
get a beefier turntable, really. But yeah, I just think they're amazing. Do you know what I mean? I did show the Pieta one on the stat chat. I mean, it's so deep, high
Yeah.
relief piece of silver.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they do it,
No.
because you can see the lines on his knees, and they're just gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? They're just really, really nice pieces of silver. Do you know, for the price? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It
Yeah.
is, for me personally, you put a 10-ounce Britannia bar next
Hmm.
to the 2-ounce, that last piece you had in your hand.
Yeah.
What would I look at the most?
Exactly. What would you look at the most? Here's a 10-ounce
Exactly.
Britannia bar. There you go.
Yeah,
And
there
yeah,
you
it's
go.
lovely to have a 10-ounce, but the difference in looking at them, you know what I mean? This isn't exactly exciting, is it? It's nice that it's a 10-ounce and it's a Britannia. Do you know what I mean? But
Yep.
I'd certainly rather have, 4 of these, 5 of these. You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Definitely. Yeah, love
There-
them.
You could,
Absolutely love them. I can't imagine not loving them. I
yeah.
love everyone that comes out, and I shall certainly aim to get them all when they come out. Do you know what I mean? Because
Mm.
there's quite a few. There's probably 4 or 5 I've got that haven't made a video yet, and you
Okay.
won't see them on a live until I've done a video. I'm a bit behind with scheduling and stuff like that because there's stuff coming in all the time, and I'm just you get to a stage where you just can't film. Sometimes I try and rush ahead a bit and do like a kilo of silver. I've done it with Cobra, where I wait for a kilo's worth to build up and then
Yeah.
do one great big video. Do you know what I mean? But it seems a waste to do it like that because you can only sort of, talk about the coin for 3 seconds before you have to move to the next
Exactly.
one. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I don't
Yeah.
really like doing that. So I am getting a bit behind. There's a pile of silver over here that hasn't seen the light of day yet, but it will.
Yeah. Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked. So have you got the whole collection that's out of the stackables?
There is, as I say, because they're not all on here. There's a load over there. You've seen the female torso one with the little boobies out. There's a
I've
male. There's a
I've seen
male
it.
torso. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
male torso of that, which I haven't got. And one of the ones I'm looking at, I'm halfway through doing a deal with somebody. There's one of these called the Sunstone, and it's really deep, sort of Aztec design. It's
Okay.
the most it's the most heavily detailed one they've done. But they go for a couple of £100. It's a bit crazy for 2 ounces of silver. So I've spent a while building up a relationship with somebody who's got 3 of all things. A bit greedy, and I'm slowly. It's just the person I got my mask off. I spent a year sweet talking him to get that mask out of him because he had 3 of them. Who needs 3? I mean, I'd love 3, but he had 3 of them, and I thought, just bloody sell me one, you git bag. And
Absolutely.
it took me a long time to wear him down. So I've now started on the Sunstone and wearing him down on one of those because it is stunning, absolutely stunning. So I will get that. But that's all the others I've got either on here already or on a pre-order already. So
Yeah.
there's nothing really I'm missing that I like. There are
Mm.
some other ones that have come out of these, which are basically coins, which I'm not really interested in.
Yeah.
I want these art pieces. I want these different
Yeah.
shaped and art pieces.
Yeah.
I want them all to be different from each other. So, and obviously you can get a lot of these in ½ ounce, which are tiny. There's a lot of these that are in the kilo, as I've done a video about.
Yeah.
The Lucifer Star, which is over there, came out. Well, they've all come out in kilos. So yeah, but the 2 ounces is a nice round figure nice easy way to collect at that sort of price range, isn't it? Really?
Oh,
So
definitely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's I I think they're extremely great value for what they
Mm.
are when you compare it to other things.
But yeah, there's so much 2 ounce coins out there with they've got great detail on them, they're very deep relief, but they're 200 quid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to pay £200 for 2 ounces of silver. The
No.
chance of getting that back are negligible at best.
Yeah.
Whereas every single one of these has gone up. So I'm chuffed with that.
Yeah.
You'd have to wait a long time for a 200 quid's worth of silver to go up. A 2 ounce thing that's cost over £200 to go out. A lot of these special things are 220, 240.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy. I mean, good luck if you collect it, knock
Yeah.
yourself out. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I ain't buying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You
I
have to
just
be.
can't. I'm buying the best I can for my budget, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
100%.
So, and I've built up a nice collection. Do you know what I mean? Yes, people have got a lot of proofs and, better stuff than me, but that's good luck to them. That's their budget and their collection. Do you know what I mean? It's a very personal journey,
Yeah.
collecting. Do you know what I mean? I literally collect what I like. I am inspired by certain people's things and what they see. And I've been out many times and bought things because I've seen it on somebody else's channel. Do you know what I mean? It's not a case of, oh, I can't copy them. It's
Yeah.
not copying them. It's a piece of silver that's available to buy. And
Absolutely.
here it is. That's why I don't mind about when I showcase something. I love it when people message back and say, "Oh, I've just been out and bought that.
Yeah.
Great, brilliant." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what it's
Maybe I
about.
wouldn't. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't advertise a piece of 2 ounce silver that cost 250 quid. You know what I mean? I'd be like,
Yeah. Well, they make
you know,
10,000 of them, don't they? So
yeah,
more than
yeah.
one
There's
person can have
plenty to
them.
go around. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Oh, wicked dude. Thank you very much for sharing that. Unfortunately, I could sit here forever talking silver. I
Oh,
really
I get
could.
it. I love it. I really do love it, and it's nice that we had the opportunity because we didn't get a chance. We spoke more about my boring life last time, didn't we? And
Boring.
well, you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
always think, you
Yeah.
know what I'm like. And a few people unfollowed me, but that's fine. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind at all. I'm not here to win popularity contests or have the biggest channel or do all that sort of bum licking that goes on. I'm just happy doing my little thing, making my little videos,
Yeah.
helping where I can. Always happy to help collectors and answer questions on silver or coin collecting or the Sigma machine, anything like that. I'm just me, dude. I just do my own thing. And if some people, if you're not part of that little game of all sort of slapping each other on the back, you're sort of frowned upon. But I really don't care. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I love what I do. I really do, and I'll always do my own thing. I don't want to be part of anybody's clan. I'm not in anyone's clique. Do you know what I mean? I like who I like. There's people I like that other people don't like, and there's people I don't like that people do. Don't bother me. Do you know what I mean? We're all allowed our own minds.
Absolutely.
And do you know what I mean? If I don't deliberately go out to attack anyone, do you know what I mean? If they're a knob and I don't want to talk to them, I just don't talk to them. Simple as that.
It isn't
You
rocket
know.
science, is it?
No, no, not really, not really.
It really isn't.
No, I said to Si the other day, he sent me a message and I sent one back saying, you can't, I mean, like with Stacker Social, you're not going to get 1,000 people on there that are all lovey-dovey and all going to love each other and support each other. That's crazy talk. That's foolishness to even think it. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of numpties out there in all walks of life. Do you know what I mean? So, you're not going to please everyone. I don't aim to please everyone. Do you know what I mean? I do what I do. And if people carry on watching my videos, I'll carry on making them. Do you know what I mean? And I
100%.
certainly, even if I wasn't making videos, it wouldn't stop me from collecting silver. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no, that's the whole point, isn't it,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah.
And we we get the chance to share and do things like this, regardless of
Mm.
what anyone thinks, or if they watch it, they watch it. If they don't watch it, they don't watch it. But then, as I always say to you and anyone that I speak to, I get to spend some time with people that equally I'm passionate about a certain subject with, and
Yeah, definitely. It's
that's
great,
what it
isn't it?
frigging matters.
You're not laughing at me. You're not ridiculing me. You're not pointing out anything that I've done wrong. You know what I mean? We're all just happy in each other's collect. I wouldn't care if somebody came along with 100 stackers. I'd be so pleased for them. I genuinely would say, please let me see them all. But if you haven't
Mm,
got one in a video, please make. I want to see them.
mm,
Do you know what I mean? It's not about me having the most or the best or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
mm.
I'd support anybody. I'd love someone to come along with 100 of them.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It'd be great. I'd love to see what they've got. Do you know what I mean? I really would. I'd say, right, I'm going to get that one. I'm going to get that one. I
yeah.
want that one. You know what I mean? I'd be happy for anyone. I love seeing different people's. And we haven't got time in the world to watch every single creator out there.
Nope,
Let's be honest about it. We just haven't, have we?
nope.
So I stick to my regulars. You know what I mean? That I watch. I'll have a quick look at any newbies that get
Yeah,
announced anyway. And have a quick look at their channel, see what they're about. Do you know what I mean? And if it's not for me, it's not for me. If they are, I'll put a nice comment. Do you know what I mean?
that's
It
it.
is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna,
Yeah,
give somebody fake praise. Do you know what I mean?
no.
I,
But it
I
is
can't do
important to
that.
show you
I
stuff.
know people do. I know it's good to support people and all that kind of stuff. But if you've done something good, I'll let you know about it. Do you know what I mean? If you're a bit of a numpty, I won't. I mean, I could if you want me to go onto people's videos and say this is rubbish, then I'm happy to do that as well.
I've been tempted sometimes.
There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure than, and no, I wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't do it. I just don't say anything at all.
Exactly,
Best thing
because
at all.
like
If you've got nothing nice to say, keep your gob shut. That's what I would say to
exactly,
people.
yeah.
You know.
It is mad. It is
Hmm.
mad, mad, mad. But thanks, dude. I've really appreciated that
You're
because I've
welcome.
really wanted to talk to you about your passion,
Hmm.
and it's simply shines, and that's really cool. That's another quality couple of hours I spent with you, and just this time we remembered to record it.
We we have had a good old chat before and didn't even press record, did we? So
No, we didn't. No,
that
we
was
didn't.
that was quality gone to waste. That was.
Yeah, but that
Might
yeah,
have
that
upset a few people, but it was quality
it
gone to
might
waste.
have done. Yeah, it might have done. Maybe it was best it wasn't
Mate, I
recorded.
appreciate the chance. If I'm going to get a chance to talk about the stuff I love, I'm going to talk about it. Do you know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Which is why I really so enjoyed the stack chat this Saturday.
Mm,
Because you
mm.
two were just talking about your passion and there was no barriers. It was just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I
And
mean, Ben's amazing. I love what he does. Do you know what I mean? I love his channel. Do you know what I mean? He's a nice bloke. Do you know what I mean? He really is. I've said in his video about the real sort of standout people in the community. For me personally, being you and Ben and Cobra and people like that. Do you know what I mean? There's some cracking people out there. There really is. I've never met such nice people than I have in the coin community,
mm,
genuinely. And when you click on certain intellectual levels with people as well, that's a Brucey bonus. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't suffer fools easily. Do you know what I mean? I'm too old in the tooth and
yeah,
done all that. Do you know what I mean? I can't. I haven't got the wherewithal or the patience. I'm afraid. I wish I did, but I just haven't.
it's
Life
called
has,
getting old, dude.
yeah, has battered me into the way that I am, and I can't change now. Do you know what I mean?
It is, dude.
But if you're in, you're in. Do you know what I mean? And I hope to be a good friend. Do you know what I mean? I'm always there for people. If they need anything or need me, if I can help in any way, I will. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
you can't do that for everyone you meet, can you? Do you know what I mean? You'd burn yourself out. But the select few that I let in are there for a reason, and if I've let you in, it means like that you're a bloody top bloke. Simple as that.
Can be. Sometimes I'm not.
You are bugger off.
I can be a total prick sometimes, I tell
Oh,
you.
good. Well, that's where we have fun in private chats. We can be total pricks together and
Exactly, yeah. I can
put the
be the
world put the worlds to
yeah,
right. And there's nothing better than sitting there putting the worlds to right when you have an equal mind with
absolutely.
someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's great fun. It's
It
great
is.
fun.
It is great fun. Cheers, dude. There
No
will be a
worries.
part three if you're up for it.
Oh, what's that going to be about?
Well, what I spoke to Stack Collector,
Yeah,
and we're going to do a part two because I never really got into his stack either when we did our first conversation.
yeah.
And then after that, I'd like you both on
Whatever you
together.
like, mate. Mm,
That sounds really weird, doesn't it? I'd like you
yeah,
both on. I'd like you both on.
yeah.
I just thought that'd be really cool because then I would want to then explore our opinions of how we felt about what we do
Yes,
and how we go about
definitely.
doing it and what we've learned and what we've observed and that sort of stuff.
Hmm.
That sort of conversation,
That'd be great. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
similar to what you both did together, but with the three of us.
Yeah, I would say to anybody watching, you don't need to have all this stuff. Do you know what I mean? If you've got 20 coins, Andy would love to talk to you. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who are a bit nervous about talking about themselves or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Andy's so good. He can coax stuff out of you. Do you know what I mean? It's really nice to be able to talk freely and openly about things that we all have a kindred spirit about. And it's a great thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Whether you do a life story, whether you just talk about your silver or whatever, he's a great guy to talk to, and it's really nice to be able to talk and in a forum where people aren't rolling their eyes at you when you mention the word silver or coins. You know what I mean? It's great, guys. If you think about having a little chat with Andy, send him an email. He has his email in his bio, I'm sure,
Yeah.
and he'd be
Yep.
happy to talk to you. I know he would.
Yeah, we've got a few going up. I've been a bit
Good.
busy trying to book people in, and got some new people that I haven't spoken to before. And yeah, you're right. I really just want anyone on,
Yeah.
just normal people.
That's what I'm
Just
saying. It's
yeah,
not
exactly what you
necessarily
said.
always about,
You
yeah,
know,
it's not always just about constantly talking about silver.
yeah,
It's just have normal conversations as well.
mm,
It's really good. You don't come on, don't not come on just because you think, all right, we got a lot. Doesn't matter, does it?
no.
I always
Well,
say 2 coins is a stack, in it. Do you know what I mean?
I've got nothing on show, just a
Yeah.
stupid background.
Oh, that's it. Made me feel even better. I'm going to turn my light off.
No, I'm just saying. I've got nothing. So oh, that's better. No. No,
Dear.
it's but that's this was perfect for this situation,
Mm,
but
mm.
we might get a situation where I'd love to talk to stackers that have just come in, that have just got an interest and
Exactly.
why they're there, and talk about what they could be frustrated with, what's their emotions and what they're
Yeah,
excited about and
I'm
what's their
already deep
passion.
into the well.
Yeah.
You've missed the boat with me, but to a new collector, where have their ideas come from? Why have they just started? What are they interested in? Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Mm.
all that kind of stuff's fascinating, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
It just reminds, because that for me reminds me back to when I started,
Exactly, same as me. It's great fun.
which is why I love doing this. It's just,
Mm.
and that's why I love like having like almost masturbation feelings looking at some of people's
It's
stacks.
great. I want someone to come in and say, stackers are crap. They're rubbish. They're cat. Do you know what I mean? Great.
Brilliant.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Have an opinion. I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
I can take it. You might be sitting there laughing at them. I don't care. I love them.
Mm,
We're all
no,
different, aren't we? We all like different things. We've all got different reasons. And I'm the same as
100%.
you. I love to know people's reasoning behind
Yeah.
why they do certain things, not just
Yeah.
with silver, with all sorts of stuff in life, because I'm a nosy git.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'd love to be able to quiz you about your life. I really would. I'll still keep mentioning it when we're going to have the Andy life story. I'm happy to interview you, bud.
Go for it. It's not down for me. It's not down to me to, no one, a few people have said it, but no one's
Yeah.
followed it up. So
Yeah,
it's
but I
not,
mean,
I'm pushing
why
it.
not? Why can't you do it on your own channel? I'm happy to swap chairs with you. Do you know what I mean? Nobody gets to know about you. Do you know what I mean? I get that some people are a bit secretive. Like I'd love to know. I'd love to know about 365. He keeps his cards very close to his chest. I don't blame him in a way.
Yeah.
I'm quite a private person. I don't give out my actual real address and things like that when I have got people sending me stuff, and I certainly
Yeah,
don't show my ugly
exactly. Yeah.
face. I
Yeah.
don't blame you for showing yours. It makes you more approachable and human, and it does better for videos and stuff like that when people show their faces on the algorithms and stuff. But as I say, I'm not interested in algorithms and facts and figures. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather keep myself safe, my family safe, and my ugly face off the internet. Do you know what I mean? It's not because I'm wanted by the police or anything. Do you know what I mean? Not as far as I'm aware, anyway.
If it can't be as bad as this one, mate. Well, actually, I
You've
know
seen
it.
me.
I
You've
know
freaking
it's,
seen me.
that's what
You
I was
know
going to
how bad
say.
it is.
I know it's not as bad as this one.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw you holding back that vomit when I walked up to you that day. You see, you're freaking laughing, you bugger.
I love it. I love it. No,
Unbelievable.
I just love your sense of humour. I think it's great.
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
care.
thank
I
you
am
so
what I
much,
am.
mate.
You're welcome, mate.
Really appreciate. Where can we all find you?
On TikTok primarily, I do love TikTok. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's such an easy platform to use and share and work on. I do put some of my videos onto my YouTube channel. It's all under the same name, CoinNoob71. All my links are in my bio. I'm happy for people to approach me and question me. I've got my email address in my bio as well. It's just coinnoob71@hotmail.com. Yeah, happy to speak to anyone about anything, whether it be UK coins, silver, whatever. Don't mind.
Great stuff, mate. Thank you so much for sharing this. It's
No
been
worries.
an absolute honour.
Good fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazingly good fun.
It's lovely.
It's,
Come on, guys. Get in there.
I
Send him an
know.
email.
I'm trying really hard, dude. I'm really trying hard,
Yeah.
and we'll get there. The more I
Mhm.
can do this, and the more people can just see, oh my god, he's just so laid back. It's fine. It's
Exactly.
cool.
It's not hard, is it?
It isn't, not really, dude. I know a lot of people feel that they're judged, and that's the horrible world that we're in.
That's what I don't like, mate. That's why I just Oh,
Yeah,
dear, oh dear.
but it
That's
doesn't
what I said.
happen on this
Even if you've got 20 coins, come on, 10 coins, it doesn't matter.
one.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Just you
don't
want one.
care. Or even
Exactly.
if
Do
you're
you know what I mean?
thinking about and you haven't got
It's not
any.
about this. This is the only downside to showing a load of stuff. Is like people, oh, well, I ain't going on. I ain't got that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It don't matter what you've got. It's about the journey and about the passion and where you started and your ideas and what you think of this and what you think of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Us nosy gits love to know all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And Andy's
And
the same with me. I'm such a people person. Such a studier of human behaviour. I love it. Fascinated by it.
yeah, it's good. That's will make part 3 even more interesting.
No worries. I'll shut up now so you can do a ending.
No worries. You take good care. Stay on the line. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.